Yep.
All right.
Wee!
We're back, baby. Only a short 1 week later.
Yay!
We're all fresh. So last time, you guys finished your travel back to the wild after a level up. And after discovering that your friend Willoughby had kind of parasitically attached himself to Mason, you guys followed into the main city in the wild where you guys had already stayed once. To the sound of the commotion, turned out it was a coup of another wolf clan essentially trying to take over due to poor leadership from Grohl. Quickly taken care of in combination by Grohl and Anari with some dope-ass fire shit.
Yeah.
And after that, you guys did a little bit of shopping, met Hoku, the blacksmith, Redford, Wolfbane, who was able to give you guys some cool wolf gear. And then you went back to your ship for a night's rest. Before the night's rest, there was a few conversations that happened. One was between Melicroft and Hoku, wherein an invitation was offered
we have a blacksmith
to travel along, and I assume in exchange for continual source of red wine. And then Caehanna confronted Isadora about how Divin knew she was a princess. This caused a summoning of Divin to the material plane, where Isadora found out one, Valcor / the Night Stalker frequents the Unseelie Court to see Aura in the back room. And then also that Valcor, also that Divin has been keeping a secret from Isadora that her brother is actually still alive, and Andrava, the beast that she thought killed him and she thought she killed, is apparently still alive and well. With this news,
Caehanna got no answers. Sorry. Hey, but then I got swooped away. Okay.
With this news, there was also the revelation that Divin is super not cool with fake praying. And then it turns out he's like, you know what? Let's do the fake praying. Let's do this for information.
I'm in trouble.
And so, in the first step of infiltrating this, whatever plan this is going on with Aura, the vampire lord Kedron, the Night Stalker, he said, well, I'll introduce you. And as he did, he clapped his hands, and you see this archway in front of you, and this ethereal kind of fuzziness all around it. You still see the ship around. You see Caehanna standing next to you, but in front of you, you see Valcor in his elven form with his ears pointed down, walking through the Feywild forest, stepping over twigs and branches, and he looks up and sees you, and he gives a smirk, and he says, hello.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you. I did not expect to run into you like this and just look at you.
And then you guys watch, or not you guys, I guess it's just Caehanna. Caehanna and Isadora, you watch Divin sort of like peek his head through the side, and he's just like, hello. Figured you guys should talk. I'll give you 30 seconds. And Valcor's like, interesting, where are you? And he just stops in his tracks and is like staring into you.
Come, we are on a ship.
Where?
I don't know exactly where. I'm not the best at coordinates. It's not on Eudora.
Interesting.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to think about it.
Is
Mandy, you just keep doing you.
Anari with you? The Kitsune.
She is not with me now, no.
The other one, he looks at Caehanna, so you can see both of you. Yeah,
You were
David
right
just
next to
opened
me.
a doorway. He can see
Yeah.
right.
That was just you.
He sees you as you shake your head frivolously. He says, "Where is she then?" That's not gonna work.
Really, what I wanted to talk about was not about Inari.
We're running out of time.
I just wanted to know maybe some information on Malice. Remember when we prayed together?
I do. What's your name?
My name is Isadora.
Perfect. And you see the door close after the 30 seconds is over.
That went great.
Not how I planned
Pulls
that.
out his death note.
Not exactly.
All week long planning this conversation.
Malice had the targeting reticle and it like just locked on. It was like,
Literally, oh my god. I literally have been thinking all week about what I wanted to say. I got like a snapshot.
with you.
what's your name? Isadora.
You
Sick.
got little notes on your phone.
Yeah, I really am thinking like, and Nari's like, man, my ears are burning.
These are ringing weird.
That's a hot.
Divin looks to both of you. He says, "Well, that went well. You guys have a great conversation. It seems like you'll be probably not friends, but
Probably not.
now that he knows your name, he can probably find you pretty easily.
Probably.
Most of those like, I do the magic that I give you is not for like location and hiding. It's more like, fuck you. But some of the different types of magic can let you like locate people, and most of the time, all you need to know is like who they are or their name. Mm-hmm. Then you can find them pretty easily.
And also, chances are, I feel like he is going to, I don't know, make me not fake it anymore, like fake prey anymore. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like not only Valcor but also Malice probably has his eyes set on me.
Is that bad?
Well, from your reaction when I first told you, probably.
Well, it feels like. Can I be honest with you?
I wish you would be, yes.
And he looks at Caehanna and he says, "Do you mind if we have the room?"
Oh.
Are we in the room or are we in something?
I don't know where you guys are, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just know she said I wanted to talk to you.
Doing all of this in front of Nicola.
No, I'm assuming this
Yeah,
isn't one of the,
pretty
because if
much
she wanted
a
a
room or
private
whatever.
conversation, she
Yeah.
probably wouldn't do it at the top deck in
No.
front of Nicolo and LTV.
Or was it just like,
Yeah. It is okay. I will come and grab you when we are finished.
So you leave.
I do. But I stand outside the door.
Okay. He goes, as soon as she goes, he's like, oh, now that she's gone. They make me nervous.
They?
People from the Sealy Court.
Oh.
They're always up to something.
You think? That has not been my experience, but you have more experience, so.
Okay, so to be honest, ever since 5 minutes ago when you told me that you've contacted Malice and he's been in your dreams, good timing, Marley.
Unintentional, by the way.
Yeah. But ever since you told me that happened, like 5 minutes ago, I've kind of assumed an end date on your contract, if you know what I mean.
In terms of,
Your life.
yes, so like my death?
I don't like to use that term, but sure.
Okay. That's how I conceptualize it.
Well, you've already kind of died once.
Mm-hmm.
So is your brother. And it doesn't always mean that you're done. But I think this does. So saying the end of your contract is a little bit more finalized. At least in the eyes of a pact in Archfey.
Mm-hmm. So, are you saying that our pact is ending now, or in the
No,
future?
because I still need a benefit. So what I'm saying is you're probably not going to be able to fake prey anymore, right? They know you. They know your name. He's talked to you. He's been in your head. He's been in your dreams.
Unfortunately. Yes.
I assume that's only going to progress. So I think at this point, that's why I asked for privacy, is that you're probably not long for the world, so you might as well get as much info as you can and hopefully you'll be able to give enough information that I find is relevant and strong enough that I can provide the location of Daphne's and help you rescue him before you inevitably fulfill your contract.
What makes you think that I am going to die from this? Is it a possibility that I do not die?
So, if you weigh the odds, you kind of have two choices at this point. Right now, you're in the middle, right? You're fake praying, right? Sooner or later, they'll find out that you're not a real follower, and they'll kill you, right?
I just have to be really good at deceiving them.
Right. Or you lean into it and actually become a follower, and then you probably won't die because they want followers. They want people who support their goals. But if they find out that you're fake praying, probably not going to last. And I don't see you as the kind of person who's going to just blindly follow someone who your trusted patron has told you is totally fucking not cool. Bad guy.
And I also feel like if I did go ahead and blindly follow him, that my compatriots, as my friend says, would kill me.
I hope so. They seem very capable.
They
I would
are.
call them to help in a fight for sure. You
So
should bring
either-
them to find Daphne's. I bet it would be really easy. Sorry.
I do plan on that. Hopefully I can stay alive long enough to do this.
Seems up to you.
Okay.
I wanted to be honest with you. I've been around a long time. I kind of see where, the strings and the fates go, and it feels like you're probably, you've lived a great long life so far. So why not go out with a bang, right? Or you guys somehow figure out a way to defeat the entire plan, and keep Malice locked behind the arcane gate, re-strengthen it so he can't exit to any other planes of existence, and that seems respectfully a lot less likely than you dying.
But not impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
See? That's going to be my
Look at me.
goal then.
I'm here in the material plane.
Very true.
Because you summoned me here. I can't come here without you summoning me. This, a lot of people would say, is impossible. And I'm standing here on a boat that floats on air.
So, are you able to give me any direction as to how to start getting this information?
Maybe, and he checks the room again as if he hadn't said anything damning so far. Maybe. Excuse me. LTV, keep it down. Maybe you maybe try not being so defensive next time you talk to Night Stalker, or if you ever come face to face with Aura or Kedron or someone a part of this. Maybe make them think that you're an inside agent against your compatriots, and then maybe get to play that, sneaky double agent. I do it all the time.
Okay.
It's more fun than you think, but if they sniff out that you're not being cool, then
I can do this. I definitely think I need to talk to my group to let them know that this is the plan and that they know where my true allegiance is like.
yeah, I would just be super careful about the princess. I wouldn't trust her.
Okay.
Everyone else seems pretty cool, especially Levi. I would keep Levi close, princess far.
Levi close, princess far. Got it.
And if Levi ever gets out of line, just be like, Divin has resources that can, no, God, no, I don't want to kill him. Jeez, who do you think I am? I mean, I could, but I don't want to do that.
You're speaking to me of my death.
Well, that's because of things and actions you've done.
Fair.
Again, I'm the favorite now.
But no, just as a reminder that as part of the pact, I have resources and information that can be used against him and probably make him feel really fucking bad.
Got
So
it.
if he ever acts up, just as a reminder.
Why do you say that I cannot trust the princess? Just because she's part
Do I
of the
need to
city
spell
court?
out the difference between unseelie and seelie?
You in?
I guess I've just never had a negative experience with her. Like
Maybe
in
not with
terms of-
her,
Oh, okay.
but her
Just who
family
she
is.
serves.
Her family. Listen, I'm proudly chaotic.
Thank you.
Wild to the bone, as they say. I've lived a long life, lots of experiences, always curious, always learning. Those people, they are set in their ways, and they think that the world is perfect how it is, and nothing can ever change, nothing ever progresses. Everything that's ever good and ever has been good is in their little spot of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And this includes slavery, which I'm cool with, but they hypocritically are cool with as long as it benefits them, but are not cool with it. They're just people who shouldn't be trusted. And honestly, I wouldn't kill her, but I think you and Levi both could take her if you had to. I'm not saying to do it, but if you had to, you're not looking, but if you had to do it, if you were in combat in a battle and like, oh no, you accidentally debbed him, and just like, and she got in the way and she's fighting and like, oh no.
Noted.
I mean, brownie points, you know what I'm saying? One less Sealy Court royalty. I mean, we already got one of them, so might as well trickle down the family tree.
Oh, shit.
You're just one blast away from making history. So just think that maybe that'll be my quote of the day. You're one blast away from history. You know?
Golly.
I will tuck that back away.
That's
Cool,
Tiffen's
cool.
merch.
Cool. Well,
Alright, thank you.
awesome
for-
seeing you.
Yes. Thank you for your
Hey,
time.
invite me back out more often. I love being here. Not like on here. This place is kind of boring, but she didn't like that I said that
Yeah.
about the wolf place. Kind of boring, but hey, what are you gonna do?
I appreciate your time.
All right, see you. And he poofs into a little purple and black mist. As he, like, the little mist, as you see, just this is sort of an Easter egg from the last campaign. As the mist forms, you kind of see it, like, take the, like, slight form of, like, a black dragon, and then it just fades away.
So cool.
Well, okay.
All right. I'll go ahead and go and let Caehanna back into the room.
You give her that info.
Walk back in. So, what do you say?
Just letting me know what I need to do in order to. Yeah, sorry, I just took a bite. Basically, just letting me know what they need to do in order to get on the good side of Valtor and Ketrin and Queen Aura. That is basically it.
That is all you said? Mm-hmm. So what do you need to do?
Basically, give them information and convince them that I am a true follower of Malice.
So like
Sort of, yes. But I need to let our other friends know before I do this. I do not want them to think that I'm actually a follower.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Probably.
If you really start following them, people might think you actually might be a follower.
Yes,
There
and
might be
then
some-
you guys would kill me. I would not doubt. If not you, then definitely someone else in this group.
Why would I kill you?
If I became a follower of Malice and started to work against you guys,
I would not kill you. No, I would try my best to get you back on your side.
I would kill you. If you were following Malice. Just like, you know, but that's not the case, so those are just hypotheticals.
I would kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, you should go get the group.
I didn't know what time it was in case we needed to go to sleep first.
Okay, I don't know what this is.
Probably nighttime, yeah.
I
Close
mean,
to
I
it.
think we were getting ready for
Yeah,
bed.
you guys were
Yeah.
all. This was stuff on the way to bed. Like
Yeah.
Anari talked to Melicroft.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys talked, and then
I'll wait until they're moving. I'll wait until we're having breakfast, and then I'll break the news.
Great idea. Good night.
Alias, you wanted to do something?
Yes.
My bad.
There you go. I'll wait until everybody's all settled. And then, we're on the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait till everyone's settled, and then in maybe an hour or so after everybody goes to bed, I'm gonna go find out where Callan sleeps.
Cute.
I mean, it would just be one of the. It'll be one of the cabins. I mean,
Okay.
we're meeting specific.
I don't know if it's locked or closed, but
No, it'll just be.
I'll
Wide open for
open the door, walk in, and I'm gonna tap. Yeah. I'm gonna take my rod. And I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna take my rod and tap you on the shoulder. Wake you up.
Yeah, here. Yeah. Is it
Can I
time?
No, I don't know. It's late, but everybody went to bed. I was wondering if you and I could talk on the deck of the ship for a few moments.
Sure.
I was imagining, since you guys were doing this down where the like bunks are or whatever, Meadowcroft would have been up because like I'm not sleeping or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys come up, he'll just see you and like just walk down. Like that seems like
Very suggestive.
Yeah. What's up?
walking hand in
Well, I'll lead you to the top of the ship, and
hand in hand.
I've been doing some thinking since we got back, and the way Grohl showed power to the,
Killing.
to the rest of his people.
Yeah.
To put them in their place, he finally stood as tall as possible.
Uh-huh.
And I know now why he calls us cowards.
Well,
Because we are.
well,
You're a coward.
I mean, by far.
I'm one. And I need you to stop being one.
What do you... In what context is this? Do you mean within my family or within the political system we are undoubtedly a part of?
Do you know why my last name is Bexley? Probably not.
No.
That was
Imagine
a
to hide
name.
yourself.
My father chose to be named after.
Mhm.
When he was born, he didn't have a last name. Let's just say I believe, and I can only go off of what my uncle says, but my father's father was involuntarily in service of another,
Mhm.
disgraced. To have a child basically become an orphan the moment it's born into the world. And my father earned his right to have a name. I'm not going to say that you don't have your own struggles, because you do, and I can't understand that. But I don't understand why you run away from legacy so long that it would make my uncle jealous. And to that, I say you are a coward.
That is part of it. To run from a mother who shackles you is different. It's hard when you grew up in a family where a mother is not really the matriarch. My mother was a concubine, a additional service to the king, if you will. And I was the firstborn son, that is true. But the second, the empress, or mother two, as I called her behind her back, she, as soon as Fidelis was born, my legacy was gone. Snatched by a toddler who was a shit. He's cute, but a shit. And I loved him. I loved him up until the moment that I felt his bones break. And the legacy of the Shazaran family is not a good one, but any long-lasting dynasty is not a good one. But it's done good. I'm not sure I'm ready to face my mother, to be honest. And it is cowardice that I run from. Because I could break my mother with my bare hands. I could break most people here with my
You
bare
can break
hands,
me.
given the chance. But
Rapier. I'm gonna attack you.
okay, are we doing this, Shane? Okay.
Sounds like you're doing it.
I got a 16 AC now.
Makes a difference.
It does make a
It
difference.
doesn't. One makes a difference, guys.
One makes a difference. No, I was in your position, so I get the armor.
I was eating my burrito.
I saw you getting real comfortable, and I was like, we're gonna do this. This is a shame.
I'm not expecting me to go with you to Feywild.
I think you just like opened up a door and then we saw.
Excuse me.
That threw me off as well.
Oh.
Oh!
I mean, if I ever actually had something for one of these, this would be it.
Why
So,
are you so mad?
I don't know which one. You said the rapier? That's this guy, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually. He won't know it, but while we were talking, I'm gonna put my guy back here. Well, actually, nah, never mind. We won't worry about that. I was gonna do something.
I mean, I cause problems everywhere I go. It's okay.
Guys, I thought that me having to follow Malice was going to be a bad thing. Now y'all are fighting each other.
Yeah, because you follow mouse.
No, that
This is all because of you, Randy.
I have so much aggression for fake
Yeah.
prey.
Little did I
There's
know
only one
Malice
man on
got
this
into
ship that can
Cornelius.
So yeah, I rolled to attack. My first hit was a 19.
That
For
hits.
you, because he knows I'd kill him.
Now I need both of you to roll initiative.
Okay,
Oh, your food, your drinks are here.
23.
It's probably not
I'll barely beat me at 20.
Yeah.
I mean, you got plus
So he gets,
10.
he gets that surprise round, and then he's gonna go again.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as my bonus action, I'll spawn my echo, and you'll feel, the presence behind you, most likely. But you'll see, because like I give off a little shadowy real quick before it happens,
I got mine.
and then I'm going to attack you. Yeah, I was gonna 2 attacks in front of you.
Okay.
One is 11, the other one's a 20 dirty, so 11 won't hit.
Mm-hmm.
20 dirty. Oh, I need to roll damage for that.
Yeah.
Also.
Aren't you glad you stepped away for this?
So
Yeah,
10
what the
points
hell?
of slashing for the first one.
Okay.
Then
somehow Melicroft's fault.
6, well,
Yeah, he's supposed to keep him in line.
This is between them.
Mandy
goes,
"What the hell?"
and then I'll do that, and that'll end my turn for that. Yeah.
Okay.
So how much damage total was done?
23. 23? 22. 22.
12 and 20. Yeah, 22.
So, I will rage.
Fuck, guys.
I could see
Nail to stop.
So, and then I will walk up, and then I will attempt to grapple you.
Okay. Is that a strength contested?
Yeah. Gotta beat up 26.
That's about as
I
good
saw
as I
that
could
19.
possibly do. 24.
Whoa! I will pick him up by his leg, and now that I have Tavern Brawler, he becomes an improvised weapon, and I will smash him into his own shadow. I don't know if that actually takes damage or not.
Yeah,
Callan
AC,
would-
AC
Callan would
17 to hit. 1 HP.
That's a natural 20. So I'll smash you into your shadow, and then that's my other
So the
attack.
shadow moves away.
So, okay. I don't know how you want to do that damage of me slamming him into the ground from
I mean,
15
that's-
feet up.
Yeah, that's got to do some shit, right? Let's have you roll since you're 3 times the size. Instead of doing a like a D8,
Yeah.
let's have you roll 3d12 plus your strength modifier. I'd say since you're proficient with an improvised weapon now,
Yeah.
you can use your strength modifier.
14, 21. Is it crit because of 20? Or is,
Oh, fuck.
It is.
Just double it, yeah.
well, no, that's what I'm asking.
It is.
21, 42 plus 4 is 46.
46?
46.
Cornelius is a stout boy.
It is. And then I will kind of just pick him up and I'll hold him by his ankle.
doing this?
Want to say anything while I do
I
that?
think we're about
No, it's just raging at the moment.
Actually,
I'm sleeping so well right now.
I have a question.
Sure.
I don't like
Because you bonus action to rage,
Mhm.
and then you grappled and attack. Can you do?
So I have 2 attacks. So the grapple is 1 attack, and then the slam is the other
Grapple is an
attack.
right? It's not a separate action.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Okay,
attack.
then that makes sense.
Okay.
What's up, big guy?
That's like if I
How you
ever
doing?
like if I ever want to put him prone, it takes up both of my attacks. The grapple is 1, and then to like shove them down is another.
Cool.
Still in the rod, I would assume after all that. You see me bleed, and I go, and you see me rage right back.
If you rage, dude, that's
I
great.
do rage.
Oh, all right.
I change it into the Warhammer, and I'm just gonna smack you as hard as I can on top of you.
That's
But
great.
grapple's a disadvantage for my
Yes,
Yeah.
but you have You have regular because I reckless.
attack. Oh,
So
okay.
you have
just a
regular
straight
roll.
Alright. Well, I guess what does it take to get out of the grapple? Contested strength?
It would be another contested strength
Yeah,
roll.
And it's your action, I believe.
No, I'll just attack you while sitting.
You would have advantage on the strength roll now.
Yep, as a if you rage, you have advantage
There's a
on.
disadvantage from breaking your grapple, so it's just another.
No, it would be
No,
advantage.
no.
Advantage.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to break out of it then.
Okay.
I mean, he still is way stronger than you, but
Well, yeah, I guess, but I get advantage on it.
so does he. Y'all both ragey boys.
23.
You do break mine. I have 17.
Wow.
Damn.
Break out.
How do you do it? How do you break the grapple? He's holding you by your foot, right?
Yeah, I'm like you're upside down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the hammer and like take the spike in and try to clip it into your elbow, like not to hurt you,
Oh, like-
Right.
but just kind of break it.
Yeah. Okay.
As you drop me, I'll pick up. That's my action for that, and then I'm just gonna action surge
Ooh.
Yeah, you are.
and just
Yeah, you are.
take 2 more swings at you.
I feel like Malakar's up the stairs like.
I want to
Cody
stay.
is nerd mode
I want
now.
to. I want to state one thing. They may be the two fighting, but I'm having a great time.
So now we're using the Warhammer.
raged.
Yeah, he did.
So
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
23 and a 17,
Both hit.
both hit. Okay. There's also
Get Revivify ready.
I'm sleeping like a champ right
Remember to
now.
add 2 for
So
rage.
10, 5, 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Make sure to add your rage damage too.
Oh yeah, there's a strength resistance. That's why I went to the Warhammer. So that's an extra 2 per each one, right?
So you said 15.
So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of bludgeoning.
Is that already halved?
No, that's total. So
Okay.
half of that would be 10.
Okay.
Not that I want to break this up. Would I hear this going?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, but this is one of those things where
It's happening
I'm
so
gonna say,
fast.
I'm gonna say you
quickly.
don't because it's gonna be such a quick thing.
I want to explicitly state that I'm not planning to intervene.
All of you guys are hearing this. I mean,
Yeah, okay. That's just
Okay.
We just won't get up
I mean,
there.
you probably heard as soon as Big Boy grew 3 sizes. Like,
I was imagining
Where the shit
getting down the
comes from?
stairs and then the floorboards cracking. I'm like, all right.
Nari's debating
So-
if he wants to get involved.
It's our roof to our little cabin.
Very
So you're raging now,
That's the
right?
problem.
So I'll walk up. I don't know where we are,
An
like,
unstoppable force.
but I will walk up and kind of over you, and I'll pull out the Warhammer, the new Wolven one,
the howling one.
the Howling one, and I'll kind of, and it kind of grows with me because it doesn't do anything bigger, but it does grow, and I will add ice to it, so it kind of with a big icicle on it now,
Hell yeah.
and I will just pummel you with it.
Oh my god.
9 plus 16 is 25.
Hits.
You hit?
And 21.
Just barely.
What's your AC?
When I became a barbarian, I can now rely on dexterity and constitution. for AC.
You suck.
So now I'm at 20.
I will say this is also in the moonlight. So you will now have advantage on your. Well, actually, it doesn't matter about the moonlight for this one. Sorry, but you will have advantage on your next strike, and
okay.
you, Seamus, will have disadvantage on your next strike. Now, everyone, you all hear this, like howling sound as he swipes it down, as he goes in like attacks, as the hammer hits like the air and like the force of the air across makes this like almost like a whistle, creates this like howling sound as he hits, and on that hit, you now have advantage. You have disadvantage on your next attack.
So you take for 11 points from the first one.
Is that already half, or are you doing that?
No, that was full. So you take 7 halved, and then you take 4 cold damage. And then you take 4 halved with another 3 points of cold damage.
So 7 points of cold, and then what was it? 4 half, 2.
4
Yeah,
halved 2,
so
and then 7 halved 4. So total of 6 points.
And then, so 13 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah,
That your
that's
turn?
it. That is.
I use, because I don't have to actually cast it, my shadow comes back. You see a shadow in front of me as I disappear behind you. And in your back, you feel arrows.
Cool.
As I change into the bow.
So fucking cool.
Disadvantage just for the first.
Yeah, what a great start to this
You like
session.
combat.
Oh, I did want combat.
I do too.
Not against
But
our
here's the thing.
friends.
I'm still really enjoying
Ooh, the
this.
disadvantage took
This
away a
is cool.
natural 20, baby.
Yeah.
It's still a 19 to hit.
That's still hits.
Okay. So the first
That
arrow.
how, by the way, you guys are all up, and I'll add all of you into the initiative at the end of his turn. So
Oh, hell yeah.
essentially, y'all just gonna all have one group action,
Yeah.
so we don't have to individually everyone say, "I run up the stairs, I run up the stairs, I run up the stairs." We get it.
We all.
Um,
We all go downstairs.
We're gonna say by the end of, they're gonna have 2 more back and forth, and then you guys will all be up on that level.
So that's 15 points of piercing damage. So half down to 8. That was the disadvantage attack. That's it, right? I can. Okay.
Just the
And
next
then
attack.
My second. Oh, actually, I don't need that. But either one of those would have missed.
Okay.
So you feel that, and then you're gonna see my shadow in front of you as I use his ability to attack you during my phase 2.
Okay.
Its form holds the sword still. 17.
Yep.
Okay. That hits you for 6 plus the.
I like the background music.
12
Yeah,
points
finally
of
I have
slashing
fitting
damage
music for
Cool.
the scene.
from its sword form.
Okay.
And then now you're just staring at the shadow, kind of looking at you sideways like this. You know I'm behind you.
Yeah. So I will, without even engaging your shadow, I will turn and take the. Without turning around, I will turn and just launch the hammer at you. For a, you said 21 is your AC,
20 is an AC.
so 14 plus 9 is 23.
That is.
And so, and then the second the hammer impacts you, it disappears, and I do it again.
Okay.
For
So lucky.
19 plus 8, 18 plus 9 is 27. So both of those hit. I'm going to roll the physical damage first, and then I'll do the ice.
Okay.
That's easier for me to
Just
do.
give me the total and I'll have it on
18 total physical, half to 9. Oh, plus 4 for the rage damage
So
bonus.
plus 2 more.
Yep. And then 7 cold.
Okay.
And then I'll do one big leap and yeah, balls get built.
I cast jump. Yeah. But it doesn't matter until next turn.
I imagine I'm probably pretty bloody and not looking super great, which I am.
I like to imagine all of your shadows are also bloodied, even though
They're just leaking shadow.
They're bleeding white instead of the black that the shadows are. As you jump in front of me, you're gonna see me relax. I'm gonna look up at you in your full form with your giant warhammer. See how strong you are, Callan? It's scary. You can be such a force, and like whatever blood I have on me, I'm gonna take it all, put it all over my hands. My family has no name. The Keemaws do, but the Bexleys I'm trying to be, without my father, I'm like the first all over again. You are a long line of Shazarans, so I plead with you, and I'm gonna get down on my knee and go.
That, in my head, sorry, it's like you were like
I'm already short.
you're like down to my
Well,
kneecap.
I'm bowing my head in like a salute
Yeah.
thing. I'm trying to give you my loyalty because if without my parents, I have to start all over again for my family. You killed your brother, but I lost siblings when my parents disappeared. I'm begging you. My blood is tied with yours. I hold my hand.
And
I'm
I'll-
forever loyal to you and your family. If you just show the loyalty back to me.
and I'll shrink, and you'll see the blood coming down from my arms. That isn't yours.
Yeah.
Maybe some of it might be. And you'll see the chains, and I'll grip your arm. Do the whole forearm. Loyalty is nice, and I will protect you as a friend, and I will help you with your family. But at this moment, I have no name to give. I wish I did. And
Callan, can you roll a d8?
Sure. 1.
You feel, as you say that, like you feel the bracers like squeeze tight, like so tight that it's like extremely painful. And you will take 24 force damage.
Okay.
That
hurt. That hurt.
And it's not relenting. It's just squeezing tighter than they've ever felt, even in your full form.
Do I need to make a con save to continue saying what I'm saying, or am I down on my knees screaming?
No. You're used to taking pain.
Okay.
This sucks, but
I guess you'll see that. You'll see them, and
yeah, he'll be like, oh, you'll feel
but
it. 'Cause you guys
you're
are shaking hands.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, chill.
But your resolve has helped. I do wish my family name back. I do wish to be Callan Shazera.
Did you feel the bracers release?
That hurt. That hurt.
I'm just saying, Callan. I think I'm loyal to you more than the name, but it means to me, legacy. My parents made this rod. Made a pen, magical, and a wand. That's all I have left of my parents. If we don't find them, and I hope they're what I remember them being, and I hope they remember me. But that's where we need to both realize that we need to stop being cowards. I can't have that thought in my head of my uncle telling me how worthless I am.
We have shared that sentiment of our father figures' disdain painting us in a certain color. But I will claim back my title by blood or by force if I have to. I'd rather not hurt my other siblings, but I was protecting my family when my name was stolen. And I will protect yours. You are a friend, you are a colleague, and I will do what I can to help the name Bexley or Kima, whichever you prefer. But it's going to be hard. It's hard to face a mother whose last image you could see of her is disappointment. It's as she throws the key away to your jail cell. It's hard.
If it's any consolation, the only image I've ever seen of my uncle was disappointment.
Yeah, the king was not too kind in his words.
And then the rest of you make your way upstairs and just you're watching both of them sort of embraced in this bro handshake, right? Just out of breath, sort of bloodied.
Did we hear any of that?
Any of the speech?
I'd say as they hear you guys all running up, they probably stop. It's up to you guys. I would just assume that you probably.
I probably would be too out of it between the pain and talking.
I would probably just bring him closer just for a moment and be like, I want to see you be strong, just as I wish I could be. Maybe through whatever dreams we experience with the. Yeah, my brain's flubbing on her name right now. Inari.
She's mean, isn't she?
I don't.
You definitely hear that.
Y'all wake me up for a bro battle? This is ridiculous. Y'all are pathetic.
You don't know. They could have been fighting something else. And they won.
For me, it looks like a bro battle.
Man, that vampire was super strong, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, we just fought Kedron. That was so weird.
Yeah, so weird. But I'll just say thank you, and I wanted to see what I could do, and I could easily see you crushing me. And I will say you have a great advantage if you take it by force. Your name.
Yes, it
Because your
is.
hammer.
That's new, actually, I would say. But I was never good with the magic. Your skill of the shadows is quite impressive. But when all you've ever had is your body, you have to train it to do what it can. I was never skilled in magic. I wish I might have kept the Crown Prince title had I been.
My uncle might like me a bit more if I could too.
They're shit, aren't they?
Yes. Most political individuals like that have shits.
As you guys all talk and kind of wrap up with your, we're friends now because we all hate political figures. This is all happening up on that platform. And you hear from the front, like the very bow of the ship, you just hear. And you all look.
No. No.
And you see
Not now.
an elven man
No.
with his ears pointed down. And he says,
Y'all know it's me.
"What a touching moment."
So
I'm gonna fireball instantly at him.
God, guys.
I was while they were talking to each other, I was gonna cast Healing Spirit to give them kisses and give them some hit points back.
I mean, if we're having a second to do something, the second I see him, I'm gonna go, oh fuck, and pop the healing potion.
Before any of that, I'll if
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
able to start popping to do something, then we'll
Okay.
roll an initiative.
Okay.
That's what it is. But he says, "How touching." And in that moment, you guys all see the elven form, not the lengthy black, like Iker goopy version that you saw at the. This is who you prayed with.
Yes.
This is who you and
Real
Melicroft
praise.
both. Yeah, you and Melicroft both spoke with. And Isadora, in your head, after he says, "How touching," he says, "Nice to see you again. We have familiar friends." And then I heard you say fireball,
I will
so
fucking fireball the And
So-
Ari is not playing games with this fool.
so I think that would definitely be a free action to do that. And then
Yep. I'm wrong.
and then we'll have everyone roll initiative
Okay.
in regards to doing prep stuff, because she's just going aggro, and I don't think you'd be expecting that.
Can I attempt counterspell?
Against my spell?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but
I think you automatically will counterspell level
If it's a
3.
third level to a third level, it automatically works.
Yeah.
Succeeds.
is yours third level?
Should be.
Unless she upcasts it, but
I mean, I wouldn't have anticipated you to counterspell it, so I would have casted a third spell. You are.
So you hear her familiar, like, kitsune growl that she's done in the past, like to vocalize fireball, and you see her like throw this little bead that you know what that means, and you quickly cast counterspell, and you just watch the little bead disappear.
Am I gonna know it's her? Do you know?
Probably. I think there's a verbal component to
Yeah,
that.
probably.
unless you're trying to hide it,
Yeah, you're trying
you'd be the only other one speaking.
No, it's not. There's no verbal.
Then
Okay. Then now you don't.
do a perception check. I'd say perception with the.
I mean, I'm right next to
not
her.
disadvantage. Well, you would also assume that he would be able to counterspell. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is how realistic is it for you to assume it would be her? Because you you as the
Yeah.
character have no idea about anything of that conversation.
I haven't
Yeah.
got
But
my
you
chance to
as
explain.
the player know, like you know that Valcor is magically inclined
Right,
because he
yeah,
took you to
yeah.
a pocket dimension, so it is not that unrealistic for him to counterspell. So I'm just going to do a straight perception roll, and it's going to be a 10, so it's very flat, 50-50.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are all right next to each
That's
other.
what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm right next
Because
to
like
her.
you
but...
do have to do a little something to
Little
counterspell.
flare.
All right. Well, that was 16 without even adding anything.
Okay, so yeah, you notice that Isadora kind of flicks her wrist a little bit.
To stop
Definitely trying to do it secretly, but definitely flicks her wrist. And then I guess I'll allow you to do a sleight of hand if you're, a stealth roll to try to hide it.
Do you want to talk about
What is the 16
know.
plus what? I guess that's the better way to do it.
Yeah,
16
hold
plus
on.
what?
I don't know if I have it.
Do I see that?
your wisdom is 0, baby?
Oh, then JK. She's 16.
Okay.
Unless you have
So if
perception.
roll
my
it.
stealth
You
beats
should
it,
have,
then
Yeah, if you're
Proficiency.
stealth, that's how I should have done it instead of a based on a skill check. Yeah,
I guess
roll
were you,
stealth.
but were you trying to be stealthy about it? I guess.
yeah. I mean, I don't want you to know yet, but if you find out, then I'll just try and explain it to you.
Good luck on that one.
16.
It's high.
Ooh.
I would say a tie goes to the person trying to detect it.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
I would probably do the same if.
Can I say something to her, like, as I realize that maybe she sees it?
Yeah, because she's in an instant.
Valcor is also not approaching. He's like leaned
Yeah.
back against the rail, just like he was clapping and said, "Nice to see you all again." Or no, he said, "Nice to see you again" in your head, and he said, "How touching."
Okay.
And
So,
then everything happened within a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Inari's instantly gonna whip her head
You see your
to
tail. Like,
Isadora. All tails are going to just
Poof.
like a cat. Yeah,
yeah.
just and like you can see a snarl on her face, and she's gonna look at you, and she's gonna raise her hands at you. Explain yourself, or I will kill you right now.
I don't think that now is a. I'm gonna be whispering, but I can't whisper with the microphones. I can explain. Please let me explain. I am on your side, I promise. But I have not gotten a chance to talk to you guys about my interaction with this man moments ago. Please let me explain.
There is nothing you could tell me that would not make me want to kill him.
Oh, it seems the kitten has claws.
And yeah, and then she's like towards this direction.
Anything
Surprisingly, I am not here to cause any harm. That would be too much fun. But it seems my allies have plans for you all.
What allies?
Friends that you will likely meet soon enough. I just came to see an old friend, I suppose. And he looks at Inari. And then you see his eyes shift to Isadora. And of course, new ones.
Inari is seeing that.
I'm trying to whisper under my breath.
he mean?
Like, I'm just
New
trying to whisper
ones.
under my breath several times, just, please let me explain later. Please let me explain later.
And you can like see the flames.
Oh
starting to
yeah,
trickle from
I'm
the
feeling
hand.
it. I'm feeling the
You
heat
can feel
against
the
my
heat.
face.
I will step in front of Isadora towards Nari.
Okay.
Well,
You
you're
step in front of
absolutely
Isadora, and you kind of see like the like, I wouldn't say snarl, but you see like a bit of anger flash across his face as he sees you step in front. He doesn't realize you're doing it to her. He just sees you step in front of Isadora. Yeah, and you as you hear this like kind of guttural growl, like, and you watch his like face slowly like start to transform, and it goes back to his normal elf self. He says, "So many interesting characters here. We have as you know, the whore. But we also have the young titan. Interesting. I guess for now, I'll leave you with maybe helpful information. This vampire, this group of people, I don't know what you have ambition-wise or why you want to get within their crosshairs. For some reason, I am advising against it. Please don't. There's no reason for you all to die so early, I guess. Or do I don't care?
Then why deliver the message at all?
My head likes to fit firmly upon my neck. And when my allies ask me to do something, it's wise to do it.
I would prefer your neck severed from your head.
Yes, you were clever to escape me last time. You won't be so lucky again. Even with all of you here, I feel no threat. I don't mean that to impose upon you, just know it as fact. And I'm only one of many more powerful beings that you are attempting Please don't. That's what I came here to say. Some of your lives are worth more than others. Some I could care if they die here right now. And he looks directly at Anari and then he looks over at Caehanna. But some of you are very important for some reason. Don't go and get yourself killed being stupid. Perfect. Seems there's an understanding. And I'll let you guys do one action as you see he's about to essentially dimension door out of here. If there's anything you guys want to do or say, or
I can't counterspell again, so.
Melicroft will shout out to him.
What is he gonna shout?
Do you know who leads the Astral Brotherhood?
do you know the muffin?
I totally thought
Not the gumdrop one.
And he's like about to walk through the door, like the dimension door, and he turns back and he says, I do. He walks
And
through
your,
the
and your
door.
hammer goes off the edge.
Did you throw the hammer?
I was going to, but then he asked the question. So the table will teleport back to me if it misses, but I would try to
What's
throw
the
the hammer.
distance
Yeah.
range on that teleport?
It just
Can it
doesn't
cross
have a
planes of
range.
existence?
Huh?
Can it cross planes
Oh.
of existence? Because he's going back to the Feywild.
Oh shit.
Little,
I doubt it doesn't do that.
little hammer.
I'm not saying
See, it never-
if you don't throw it, you don't throw it. Because like you said, you were gonna throw it until he asked the question.
I mean, if he's already walking through it, I'm not going to be able to hit him.
Okay.
But I mean,
Like Thor's hammer trying to get back to him.
Same holding it.
let's see.
It
It says that if you throw the weapon, it reappears in your hand the instant after it hit or misses a target. So it doesn't say a range. It just
That's fine.
okay. But I mean, if he's already halfway in the portal by the time I was going to get ready to throw it, I'll just stop like
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And then you guys watch. He steps through, and you see the Feywild, the colors, the darkness, the illuminating fade away as the door closes.
Yeah. Explain to me why I should not kill you now.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Get your bob over.
So so as soon as you turn towards
Hold
me,
on, real quick, just so not. I love you guys. Okay.
Oh yes, no, me too. I promise, I love you, and Isadora also loves Inari. Okay, so
Well, I don't know how.
I know Inari doesn't
always
believe it yet, but
Caehanna's protective of her.
No, that's okay. I just before we get mean.
okay. So as soon as you turn towards Isadora is going to fall to her knees with her hands up, like almost in like a surrender type pose, with her head bowed, and say, "I have not gotten a chance to explain myself. I promise I only did that as a front. I am in dire need of this person to believe I am someone else."
Why?
Okay. Will you promise not to hurt me?
While your hands are up, I'm gonna take one of those shackles.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I deserve this. If I stand up, can everyone promise that I no harm will come to me?
I think you should stay on your knees for now.
Understood. I'm gonna lower my hands a little bit and, just have them in my little
Shade,
shackles.
is this ship in the air? Or is
No,
it on
it
the ground?
just kind of like it never hits the ground,
It's
but it
like
just
hovering.
hovers. Yeah.
Okay, how far are we up in the air?
Well, the ship is probably like 30 feet tall.
Okay.
And so 10 feet off the ground, about 40 feet.
Okay.
Are you calculating damage?
I'm calculating if I have to yeet people off this ship.
You don't have to eat me. Let me explain. Okay. So
This has been a lot of PvP this session.
Who can we trust?
You did it to yourself.
Who is the muffin man?
Okay. Yeah, the Muffin Man. Okay. So, moments ago, before we came up to see what the commotion was between Callan and Cornelius, I had called Divin, my patron, to the mortal plane to have a conversation about some things. Okay. I informed him of my fake praying to Malice. Are you aware? Do you guys remember?
You mean
Yes.
a real playing?
Again, I don't think that's possible. I think,
Well, yes, I was informed by Divin that
Stay
it
on
is-
subject.
It is not fake. I actually connected with him. And I have seen Malice a couple of times in my dreams. But I shook it off like it was nothing, not thinking that there was anything important or serious. I thought it was just dreams.
You've been communicating with Malice.
No, I have not been communicating with Malice. I have not communicated with Malice besides that one time that I thought was fake.
But he's been in your dreams.
He has been in my dreams twice. Okay.
And this is helping your case?
I am trying to explain all of the details so that we can all be on the same page. So I called Divin and I explained to him my situation and I explained this fake praying. And he got so angry with me.
Mm-hmm.
He got so angry telling me that this is not the type of being that I want to commune with and was just very disappointed overall. But it did not take him but 2 seconds to see the positive in it as well. So I was given a task by Divin, by my patron who provides all of my powers, that it may be beneficial to us to convince Valcor and Queenora and other followers of Malice that I am one of them, so I can gather information about Malice so that we can keep him behind the Divine Gate. Not only did he tell me this, but in an instant he opened a portal so that I could see Valcor tonight. It was very quick. He asked my name and I stupidly gave it to him, which I believe is how he came here tonight.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, he knows Inari's name, so he could probably find it through that.
I probably still should not have given him my name. But again, Divin gave me words of wisdom after I came back. That I have to be confident and not question some of the things that these people do, in order to keep up front that I am a follower, a true follower, not a fake follower, of Malice. So if he were to come on this ship and he sees that I allow you guys to attack him, he may think otherwise. And I promise you guys, I have no affiliation with Malice besides the fact that I thought that I was fake praying, and I wasn't. But now I've been touched by Malice, and I will not follow that path, but I have to convince them that I am one of them.
And how are you supposed to convince us you're one of us?
You will just have to trust me. I've been with you guys since the very beginning when we found that dagger in your back.
I'm well aware also people can easily be corrupted with power.
Absolutely.
You were obviously fearful to lose your power to Devon, and now you're going down this rocky path.
Here is the thing, also told to me by Devon, I am going to lose my life either path I take.
You could lose your life now.
I very well could. I have no doubt that you could kill me in this instant.
Although Callan can kill me.
I beg of you to look with whatever powers you have to look within me and see that I am telling the truth, that my allegiances are with you guys and our goals together, and is not to Malice, but it is just a means to an end to get the information that we need to keep him behind the divine gate, because these dreams that I have been having are telling me that he is breaking free of that.
But, to correct me if I'm wrong, is Minecraft here?
Yeah, everyone come out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that his god's job to keep him behind the divine gate?
Yes, I imagine so. But again, it may be that information that we get could help Freya in some way, because something is not keeping... I mean, isn't that the reason why they are going to Freya's temples? Is to weaken the power so that he is able to get through? Like, I promise, I will do anything to show you guys that my intentions are true and that my allegiances are with you.
My main concern here, though, is they're kind of playing you like a fiddle. Just because you put the word fake in front of whatever you do for them doesn't make what you did for them fake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to follow them, you're going to be helping them do whatever anyway, so you might as well be a follower. So why would we even entertain
And there's also the
that?
point of, she's going to kill him. Or with our help.
Yes.
He has a slight against my family, so I want him dead. Not as much as her, but you know.
I want him dead as well.
But in the end, if you help him in any instance...
It's like a spy. Have you guys never heard of spies?
But
Spies are lone agents for a reason.
I feel like a loss of power, a loss of your power, it didn't seem reasonable. Why did you feel like you had to say yes to this, other than the power factor? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you remember the story I told you of my brother in the Feywild?
Yes.
How he was killed in front of me by a centaur woman, and I killed her, which is when Devon gave me his powers initially. He has revealed to me after however many decades, 40 or 50 years, that my brother is alive, and he's still being kept by this Adrava. And if I'm able to get this information, he will take me to my brother.
Is there any chance that we can find your brother without Devon?
I'm much more worried that Devon lied.
It can be honest. Can we trust Devon?
I've done nothing but trust Devon
Have you ever driven?
for the majority of my life. I know nothing else. I understand your concern, and I understand you questioning the ability to trust him. He is a
No offense is a
interesting...
thing.
He did tell you during your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
When I was listening back, I realized he did let it slip, and now it's forever encapsulated in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That he did tell you where it was. Where
It's in the same spot.
He
Yeah.
said it
Okay.
was in the same spot. And
I
I'm
did,
a fucking
yeah.
idiot. I wasn't supposed to tell you that. That was the whole point of you accepting the job, was so that he would tell you the location, but then he said where it was.
Yeah.
So you do remember that.
Yes.
So. But
So, I do, yes. So, I do know of the location. He had told me that it was in the same place where I believed that Daphnis had died. So, all in all, yes, we could find him. My worry, and again, I would need hopefully your trust and support, but if I do not follow through with this task, I imagine that my pact will be over, and I fear that I will be useless. to the party, to the group.
Does your pact end? If he ends your pact, do you die or do you just lose your power?
Do I know?
I don't think you know. He made it seem like when the contract was over, you died. But
That's
you
what
don't-
it sounded like to me, especially in this when we started today's session. Okay.
But you don't know what that means. He could just
Yeah.
mean you're dead to him.
To be honest, I probably need to read over that part of the contract again. But as far as he has explained to me, once the pact is over, I'm over. And so my hope, and I promise, I only made these decisions, partially selfishly, of course, for my brother, but partially thinking that this could be beneficial to us as a group. My hope is that I could get information enough to help us, for us to then turn and use it against them.
I want to roll insight.
That's fair. The thing that I find hard to believe is that Valcor, an ancient being, or Kedron, an ancient vampire, or Queen Aura, the nemesis of you, is going to let anything slip to no offense, a lowly fae. I'm a lowly human, but not going to let anything slip. So the best option is to air our grievances out upon their body with deadly weapons and hope they die, and then just go from there.
What a way to put
That's
it.
a very clever way to put that.
I rolled a 19, so I'm assuming at
What
this
were you
point.
rolling?
Insight.
On Isadora.
Oh, okay.
Just like for character's sake. So I assume at this point I believe that you are being genuine.
I promise.
Maybe he's going to cry.
I promise.
I'm not saying we jump into trust wholeheartedly, but if we're going to have to deal with malice long term, it doesn't hurt to have somebody he believes is on his side, because in the event somebody gets captured, again, sorry, it doesn't hurt to have somebody on the inside.
My biggest concern is these are powerful beings. Do we really believe you'd be able to convince them properly without going too far?
That is a concern that Vivian has brought up as well. And of course, I've been, serving my patron for most of my life, but I also know that this task that he has given me comes with potentially fatal dangers. And so I want to be honest with you guys. This is what has happened thus far, but if I have to face Divin and let him know that this is not something that I could complete and face my fate, you guys can let me know that that is what you choose for me to do.
I don't think that does anybody any good.
1 second. Isadora, when you think of your interactions with Malice, the moment when you fake prayed to him,
Real pride.
what comes to your mind when you think of the physical sensations associated with Malice and any sort of connection you have to him? What comes to mind?
Disgust.
I don't think Isadora's lying to us. And the reason I don't think she's lying to us is because one of my dearest friends, Shalane, I thought was a completely unshakable person, completely level-headed, and all she could speak about when it came to Malice was the power, the promise, the intoxicating nature of him. And it seems anyone who's associated with him is getting a fix, getting a high, if you will. Malice is a parasite. Malice is still stuck behind a divine gate, whether or not he's wriggled a few fingers through. And so, if we kill parasites one by one and sever their connection with Malice, we're going to weaken him. You have seen that in action with Freya. She has been weakened. She may have a temporary boost of strength at the moment, but if we This isn't a situation where you kill the creature by cutting off the head. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and each time we rid the world of a follower of malice, we weaken him.
And I imagine that now knowing that he is the leader of the Astral Brotherhood,
Abysmal.
abysmal brotherhood,
I don't know
which is
anymore.
one of your.
I asked him if he knew.
At this point, I don't know.
The Abyssal Brotherhood.
I asked him if he knew who the leader was, not if he was the leader.
But he said
he
that
said
he
it
was
was
the
him.
leader.
Did he say that he was?
Yeah.
No, he said I am.
He said, "I am."
Oh,
I
I
said,
didn't say
I do.
You said, do you know who the leader is? And he said, I am.
Yeah. So,
So that means we need to kill every single member of the Astral Brotherhood.
and that is what you've
Malice
been wanting.
included.
I would just be acting as a decoy for, them
I-
thinking that I have been planted in this group.
So Inari's gonna look at you. And she's been hovering over you, staring down at you this
Yes,
entire
my
time.
head's down. So, do you need my head up?
And Inari is
Tell me, Mom.
Inari
Little higher so you can
has
cut off.
her whole body is tails out, kind of floating, little flames, embers going about, raging practically at you in a non-barbarian type of way. Everything's gonna calm down, and then she's gonna go down to your level, and she's gonna look you in the eye. I don't know what it's like to have a friend, but
That's a sister.
I think we are getting there. I don't want you to put yourself in a way to be corrupted or do something that you never thought you could do in a million years. I have people in my life that have associated with Valcor and have done things that they never thought they would do. I know you are thinking of the good here, but this is a path you should not go on. I will do everything in my power to save your brother. I know that relationship, but please do not ask me to help with this plan. We will fight them and we will find your brother, but this is not a path we should be taking.
And I'm gonna rise you up, so we stand full forward. Stand up. I'm gonna take your key.
I have it.
Okay. Unlock.
And I was getting it out anyway.
Thank you. And unlock her.
I will put this as your decision. I cannot stop you. But you have heard my plea.
I am sorry for stepping in earlier without giving an explanation first.
What did Divin want? What did he want from all of this?
He said he wanted information about Malice to provide to his queen.
So?
And I just worry. Like, I hear your plea. I think that killing all of the Astral Brotherhood would be beneficial, obviously. I have never broken my pact with Divin. And I don't know what that would mean for me. And so I feel stuck between giving my loyalty to someone who has provided me so much in my life.
But also
And-
lied to you.
Again?
But also lied to you.
Yes. I feel very conflicted, if I'm being honest.
But your person is asking for information. And that's it,
To
correct?
provide to Queen Aura.
Queen Aura is in a picture with Valcor, but why would you need to... I guess the question is why do you need to give the information to Queen Aura? If Queen Aura is a part of the same group as Valcor.
And Malice.
And
By
Malice.
connection.
He did not tell me. Divin, when Divin first heard of my praying to him, to Malice, he was very angry with me. Like, saying that is not someone to fuck with, as he said. And so, but there was a very quick turnaround of how this could be used for his benefit.
Is it within the realm of possibility that Aura is not faithful to Malice and is just kind of along for the ride? It seems to be a Fey thing.
I know very little of Queen Aura, and I have not dared cross her
Well, she
or
could
met
be
her
doing
in person.
she could be doing the ultimate playbook thing of letting one person do all the work to rise the power and then stabbing them in the back at the last moment.
I also see, I'm beginning to see a way in which I think everybody can be happy. And something is occurring to me about my task of forgiving the members of the Astral Brotherhood. There is something within that ritual that is separate from just killing them, because if these people are worshiping malice and we just kill them, we're sending the soul to malice. But if through forgiving them I am severing that connection and strengthening Freya in the process,
Is that how that works?
I'm beginning to think that's how it works.
Can you
Because-
test it out on me?
I
Is that
don't
what you're asking, Isadora?
I don't think you don't have a mark, do you, or anything?
I don't know if that's how that works.
Right?
I'm not
I mean,
I
you're a good
none
person to
of
ask.
us know, but
You said that it would break the tether. I've been told by Divin that I am now tethered to malice. When I prayed that day, I felt something go through my entire body, and Divin saw my hand and told me that malice runs in my blood.
Melicroft, when she shows you her hand, similar to when you cast Detect Good and Evil, you see this sign that you recognize, not carved into her skin, but seems to be flowing through the capillaries of her hand, through the veins, and highlighted.
Rearranging the blood in your hand is crazy.
That's great.
break me down.
Do you
one
just,
side
against your
down.
will, open up?
well,
Optimus Prime.
It's time
so instead of the wrathful way that has been done before, Melicroft will lift his hand up and the gauntlet will split in half, and you'll see a glowing symbol with 2 bind runes of Freya. And it's glowing white hot, but it's a purple pink energy as opposed to red and white and stuff like that. The faceplate will split, the sorrowful skull with and it's before there are flames billowing out of the eyes, it's just kind of a sad ember. You
You ever seen sad fire? You ever seen sad fire before?
No, because he'll
Yes.
he'll put his hand over your hand where the mark is, because that's where he does it. And then
Does it hurt?
I don't know. In the name in the name of Freya,
Tink as your tooth hits
Big chips.
in the name of Freya, I forgive you, Isadora. Let every breath you take from this day forward, every sunrise you see, and every sunset you witness is a gift from her, and her explicitly. And then it's the whole time it's searing into your hand.
So I'll just be screaming the whole time. No? Well, you fucker.
Isadora.
No!
Touch this gem.
You're dead.
At least I'm trying to get rid of him. Come on.
How many hit points do you have?
Oh, no.
That was loud. That was good.
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong
There's
thing.
nothing you can do.
That's true.
Sorry.
It's okay, no one else heard it again.
67.
The mic did.
There's definitely a red spike on that audio file.
Melicroft. As you say your piece and you feel the searing energy of your brand forgiving Isadora, you watch it pierce your skin. And as he's saying everything he is saying, praising you, wishing you a path, Melicroft, you feel Isadora's hand go limp. As what you did not realize, when you forgive someone, that spell, that enchantment, Freya's word is essentially a 9th level spell called Power Word Kill. To forgive one, they must die. As Isadora's hand goes limp, There's a moment frozen in time. Isadora, you watch Melicroft's Sad Flames. You watch him.
You just
watch
killed
him.
your fiance.
You watch him speak these words as it fades to black. Then you see an outline of a figure wearing a large brim hat, a cloak swishing side to side as she approaches you.
I guess I'll be there.
In the blackness surrounding is a very vibrantly colored wardrobe. And a woman who has piercing gold eyes stares at you, tilts her head. She says, "Well, son of a bitch, I didn't think I'd make in on this deal so quickly. What do you say? You want to jump on my team?" Forgive me. The name's Eraton. And she bows her head, extends her hand. Extends her hand.
I hit
She says,
myself.
"Rise and be one of mine. All I ask is you devote your will, your power, and fucking kill that asshole. Don't do it for Freya. Do it for you and a little bit for me. What do you say?" You watch as Isadora fades in your hand.
Yeah, I'm like.
And
What did you do?
Mandy,
What? It's not me. It's him.
as you come back,
I'll
Not yet.
catch her, yeah.
How many seconds? 2 seconds?
you are no longer your changeling form.
What?
Your skin, the skin creates a pigmentation, and you revert back to the way you looked before your changeling form. The original Isadora.
Like sugar.
Oh, okay. So she has very rich dark chocolate skin, and she still has the same hair, but it is black with just like 2 white streaks in the front. Like
Don't you have the like skin pigmentation?
and
Vitiligo?
vitiligo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some vitiligo as
Oh,
well.
you're like my.
And so as the pigmentation comes back, there's certain spots that don't. And for the first time, you actually see the real Isadora.
What's your race?
Well, yeah. What's your race?
What's your race?
Half elf.
Okay.
And a half elf.
So you, just for the mechanics of things, you still have your cloak that allows you to like essentially do disguise self.
Oh, the ship leave.
Yeah. But you are no longer a changeling. You are back to being a half elf.
Wow.
Whoa.
And your new patron is Eraton.
Is that one of your goals? Was that a goal? Oh, that would have been a really good time
I
to
mean,
do a goal.
it's not one of the 3 that I gave him, but yes, that's like an overall goal.
You're welcome. Way to level up over here.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Big revelations.
So I just come to.
What did you do?
What
Is this how
happened?
you forgive?
I've.
I'm like slap him. Pink. Why did you kill me?
Why? What?
As you slap him, you see your hand as he goes in front, and it looks different. You haven't seen that. Haven't seen that hand in a long time.
Yeah. What did you do to me?
You look different.
No sharing.
Okay, well.
She doesn't know that.
You're not grey anymore. You're kind of like normal-ish.
Dark
You
skin.
got great spots.
Be nice.
And your hair's
What?
like.
So,
like-
I forgave you.
But I've seen you forgive people. They do not die.
I haven't forgiven anyone in this party's presence before.
Are you sure? I thought we've seen you do it.
You
Yeah.
found one that he had already forgiven.
I
But
had
those
already
people
forgiven.
had more than 100 HP, so it didn't kill them.
Power
the forgiving.
Yeah, new spell, canon,
Power word forgive.
Power forgive.
Sit in
No,
for a new
the-
god.
Welcome to the club.
The people that I've forgiven have been on my own time, and that was
Well, I'll take that part back.
before I even joined the strikes. It's been some time. But when you were describing the information Divin wanted, I began to think about that's why I asked you how you felt about Malice, because when I saw Shalane speak about Malice, it was like she was drunk on the power that he was giving her, or the semblance of power she was conceptualizing about him. Something about it was intoxicating to her, and I've never seen her behave that way. And the way that you were behaving, I could tell that you were being genuine. And it made me realize that Malice is a parasite, and he's creating a fixation in people. And perhaps that's why I've been tasked with not killing people, but forgiving them. Because instead of returning a free soul to Malice, I am robbing him of that and of his power each and every time it happens. And I think we've just proven that that is the case.
Bless you.
What? You died? What? Like?
I'm.
What? How are you?
Here.
So when you ask that, I'm going to reach over to Inari's hand and hold it.
I'm not the most physical.
I apologize. Once you hear what they have to say, I think that you would maybe change your mind. I saw her, Aratok. She is the one who brought me back.
Of course she did.
and is now the being that gives me the powers that I have.
Anari's gonna hug you.
Yay! We really are friends.
So I'm sure Divin's going to take that real well.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
definitely the favorite.
That,
He can fuck off.
that son of a bitch kept my brother from me for 40 years. I'd be glad to see what he
No,
has to
you're
say.
you're rightfully angered. I get that, but I'm guessing your contract is just.
Well, I would assume the contract ended when you died.
We still
I
have a
have so
follower.
much to
Divin.
teach.
Yeah, the contract ended when you died.
Yeah.
He said that himself.
I would assume so.
But
So
also,
you are the favorite now, Levi.
Yeah.
You are the only.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try and shoot out Eldritch Blast just up in the air. What does Aratok have any like colors associated with?
blue and something, right?
Yeah, kind of
Blue.
water, so blue.
Blue, dark maroon, and then her golden. You were the first person to see her in color, and she has like vibrant golden
Yeah,
eyes.
I haven't really died.
Okay.
It's only
So
down to
I would
black and
say-
red for her.
I would
So-
say the gold in her eyes is gonna be like what all my spells have now.
Yeah.
Because like
I
before
was
I
gonna
felt
say
like it
that
had
too,
like
because that's like her signature.
yeah, it's like the green and the pink was with Divin, but with now my Eldritch
looks-
Blasts are like
It looks different now too. So whenever you go to cast like Eldritch Blast, like imagine it's like an old school like Buccaneer pistol. Like as you extend it, like it creates this illusion of like a pirate pistol, and you.
yeah. No more disco ball for dancing lights. I'm gonna have to rework all my.
I mean, you can still do that.
Well,
That seemed
I'm
like more of
like-
an Isadora personality
Yeah,
thing than a Divin thing.
But maybe now it's not just a disco ball; it's a golden
Like it's
disco
like a
ball.
sun.
Like yeah, it's just like the sun.
Yeah, when you looked at her, you could definitely what you recognize when looking at her, like again that glow of her eyes. It was like looking into like a sunset, like that, like sunset over water, like that vibrant, very bright
Wow.
sun.
I wish I would have talked to her more.
I have a feeling you just might. I have a feeling you might.
Ah,
I feel the same. I would love to talk to her every day.
Yeah, all y'all's gods, man, are fucking confusing. Jesus.
Sorry.
please don't forgive me again. But I'm glad that you did.
You know, we gotta kill a vampire lord in like 4 hours, right?
Every minute is 10 minutes there.
He's had like 40 years to get ready.
Valcourt is telling us not to go.
Are we gonna be the ones to stop the
We are
giant
not
wolf
going to listen to
army?
Valcourt.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I was about to say.
In my 5 minutes that I was.
It's our best option right now is to take Grohl with us and just get it done. I mean,
They
the
were
thing
bringing
is,
the whole army.
Yeah.
So you're bringing
Yeah.
most of the, all the warrior clan.
it's the hope that we can overwhelm them, and then with Grohl kill Kedron.
ideally.
I'd imagine that's the best battle scenario we have.
I believe your grandma gave you an extra option for Kedron.
Oh yeah.
That will be took care of it.
Will be.
Did we talk to Willoughby about that already?
We have
You
not
did,
eaten
you did, and he was
trying to get me to
sweeping.
eat all the wolves.
Oh,
He
yes.
was he was sweeping in the hut when you talked to him.
Yes, right.
Is he still? He's still there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He was advised from Isadora, whether she knew it or not. He was advised to take advantage of the freedom.
Can he hear us? I don't know if he's too far away.
It's too far away.
Well, we'll talk to him tomorrow. And we'll take it away.
They're all gonna be gone. You never know.
So, scared to ask this. Is there anything else you guys want to do before going to
That was
sleep?
the most eventful evening ever.
Yeah, it was.
This has been jam packed since we started the session.
Yeah, like
We'll take 3.5 hours to stay one evening.
Yeah. So, anything else before?
No.
I just figured as we're no, really, it's just real quick. It's more.
This is important.
It's RP. It's just
Happy.
just as we're going to our rooms, just before you leave, I just want to give you one more hug
Oh.
and be like, I am excited to have somebody else on my side that appreciates Aratok as I do now. Just know, if you ever tell me to not attack Valcor again, you will not survive the next 2 seconds.
Duly noted. You have my word that I will not stop you the next time.
Perfect. Well, have a good evening.
You as well.
Ta-ta.
Goodbye, High Cleric.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, everyone, for the remainder, I'm not a stickler on the whole 8-hour thing. You get your rest. Everyone gets back up.
Yeah.
And
he wasted one of my fireballs.
I'm at 23 health.
Hey,
so
I only have 2 spell slots, and I used 1 for counterspell. Yikes.
I'm good.
Yeah. So
West.
that was eventful. Let's take a quick break there.
yes, but
Yeah.
holy.
And then we'll be back.
Look.
All right, we're back.
Oh, I like your
Cool.
We haven't moved.
You finally got some rest.
oh man, finally I sleep through the night.
Finally.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
So as you're sleeping,
Isadora.
Oh my god. Airtalk's evil too.
Hey!
yeah.
Speaking
Don't do that.
So the next morning, Nikolai wakes all of you up, like he does every morning on the ship, just by singing and howling and just being way too much of a morning person than the rest of you guys are. What's the plan for today? Are you trying to go and help get all of the ships prepared to launch? Are you trying to just immediately head back to Marician and get ahead of the other boats that are sailing there? What are y'all trying to do?
Have they launched any boats yet? Are any boats ready?
They were planning to disembark today.
Okay.
Well, I will say,
They had their
Remember-
hunt, and then they were doing that.
I have a thing I'd like to do before we get into all that, but whatever.
well, I was just going to quickly say, I do realize we stopped the storm for them to get to the Callan, so they're not going to the same place we are, right? Unless we're telling them that's where we're going.
I would imagine they'd have to follow us, or
Okay.
we'd
Because
give them a heading.
My
Of,
main concern was that we just need to stop the storm to go to where we're going, and we did that. So would they just go by the island without us telling where to go?
no, I think I'd imagine Grohl wants the vampires dead as much as we do.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's easy enough. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I refer to you.
Yes. I'm going to seek Isadora out and ask, hey, do you still have the ability to send that little messenger? Are things mostly still the same as far as capabilities and stuff?
I'm gonna throw out my dancing lights.
They're dancing.
They're dancing.
It's a boogie.
I believe so. I'm more than happy to try for you.
I would really appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll pull out a big sack of gold and a note. I need to send this to Jensen in Mythfrost.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
He's already here.
Oh.
I'll hand them to you to put in the thing.
Alright. Jensen, what's his last name? Do we know his last name?
Jensen in Mythfrost. You've met him.
Jensen and Mythfrost.
What does the note say?
So the note,
Yeah, tell
the
us.
note says,
I
like
didn't even ask you
Meldrop
questions.
stated,
Like, yeah, sure.
given all the things that have happened over the last day, and
What a weird way to start a note.
specifically, though I'm explaining what the note is, specifically in Nari coming to him and asking about dark and mysterious gods, maybe having to do with deals or whatever, it has become painfully obvious to Meldrop that he does not have the mental capabilities that he once had. He's a learned dude in a sense, even though he has trouble recalling certain things. So the note essentially says, "Dear Jensen, it is Meldrop from the band of adventurers that came and bought tons of magical items from you, but a few days ago before we left on our journey overseas. I would like to commission from you, if at all possible, one headband of intellect. And here's a 1,000 gold deposit to hopefully get that process started. You can reply." Just put whatever note in the box. Can they do that? Or put something in the box?
They can send back what you have sent, but I don't believe that they can put anything else in the box.
You can't respond to this message.
Yeah.
There are... I'm sure that my dad can... Please contact Bruvid or Siobhan at the Faina Freya to send a reply, if at all possible. Thank you so much. There is more gold with that, where that came from. I would be so delighted if you could fulfill this request. Thanks so much. Many more thanks. Rambling in a circle.
Thanks.
Thanks.
And
Thank
then
you
on
so
the back,
much.
how are you doing?
How are you doing?
You're great.
Intern, I bet the
How was
internship's
school?
kind of rough right now. Anyway, headband of intellect. Thanks, dog. Gold.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to you after we send off the little guy and say, since I did a favor for you, I would like a favor back.
Okay.
Do I have the same blood movement that I did before?
I would assume not.
If you want a blood expert, you should probably talk to Kedron. But no, you don't see it.
I was like, I can divine sense it if need be.
No, it's no longer there. But there is the scar of the brand
Yes.
that you gave.
Do you sense anything?
I don't. It would appear that you are free of the influence of malice.
Praise I talk.
Yes, actually.
Is this a fake praise or
It is
Yes, I do.
it is nice to see
The long con. she's still like drawing pictures to Divin on the side. She's like, I got him fooled.
we gotta have a roster.
All I did was pretend to fall
Yeah,
asleep.
no one
and come
insight
back.
checked that one. Just kidding.
even if it's not to Freya, I am still. It does my heart good to see the divine interacting with people and restoring faith and helping in any way they can against this malice blight.
And I am more than willing to help you in your journey with Freya as well.
Thank you so. Thank you.
Thank you.
This one's getting weird.
LTV's sitting in the, like, he's like making breakfast and his like head is completely turned around looking at her. He's like, all right,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, so he's like, how does he do it?
I didn't try to push him.
so are you guys going to the encampment again, or are you staying on the boat? What's
Did the blacksmith ever show up?
He said the communication was that you would grab him on the way out.
Yeah. After doing that exchange with
Did we ever get him to make
Isadora,
the silver arrows for you?
He didn't want to work with the arrows because
I'm
he would
so
kill
there.
him.
I'm gonna walk out and be like, all right, so I'm gonna go pick us up a resident blacksmith. Does anybody want to come with me?
Oh, yeah, I'll go back into town.
I may have offered Hoku a job.
Residency, if you will.
A residency, and it seems that we would be able to pay him in wine. So
He accepted the job.
Not only do you offer a spot on my ship, but you offer my wine.
Wine's easy.
but you can make as much wine as you want, can't you?
True, but it is the principle.
It would be nice to have someone who can fucking fix things around here.
No, it's fine.
I'd like it to be noted I offered Jensen quite a lot of money to come on this trip.
No.
I didn't realize
Listen
we had
to
to get
me.
the supply of
Listen
wine,
to me.
but that
I
might
just-
sweeten the deal.
I just sent some correspondence to Jensen, not directly about this, but I'm trying to get my foot in the door, if you will.
Our foot
If
is
we
already
have-
heavily in that.
There's
bowl.
going to be a Shark Tank episode where they're trying to sell you guys on which one's the better.
So hear me out. We acquire a resident smith, and then we acquire a resident enchanter. You see where I'm going with
And then we
this?
start an empire of businesses.
I like
LTV is a
that
good.
money. I'm not
LTV is a great
disagreeing with
cook.
you. I just think I got shafted on my deal and well done on yours. I just don't know where I went wrong. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, this
Was
also
it not enough money and not enough
I think
wine?
you need to isolate
It also
Johnson
isn't
and his
Jensen.
family for about 400 years, and then reoffer them stuff.
Turn him into a wolf.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Speaking of wolves, I gotta go round ours up, and I feel like we should probably talk to Grohl and all of them about the plan for today.
That's
Yes,
fine.
that is-
I think it's his.
I think that'd be very easy to do. And Niccolo looks over and like you see Grohl walking up like with armor on,
Oh.
and you see the same familiar black-furred individuals following suit, and a small cohort of about 6 additional gray wolves. One you recognize as Mason.
Will Mason's.
Follow Mason B. They walk up to the ship, and Grohl looks to all of you and says, "We are ready."
Perfect. I just need to grab one person.
Be ready in half of an hour. We will depart.
While Mason's
Can do.
there. Will it be? In my head.
You watch. You just like Mason's looking forward, but you see one of his ears go.
Will it be? My grandmother has given you permission
Uh-huh.
to take care of Kedron,
Yeah.
the ancient lord vampire person.
Mhm.
But them only.
Mhm.
Understand? Understand, Willoughby?
Yes.
Say, yes, I understand, please.
I will kill them.
Kill.
The vampires.
No. Kill. Kedron, the vampire lord.
Ooh.
I will kill Kedron the vampire lord
And that's it.
and all of his family.
Nope.
I'm not opposed to that.
Nope. We'll take care of the rest. My grandmother just needs to ensure that the that the grand vampire person is dead.
I'll swallow him whole.
You can swallow Kedron whole. You know what? I'll even make you a better deal. Outside of 2 that you can eat. Deal? You can eat the rest, but 2 that we specify.
Okay.
Promise?
I agree to these terms of murder.
You know what? That's best as we can do.
Boy, I sure am looking to forget.
Yeah, sure. Can I do an
about
insight check?
Huh?
Can I do an insight check?
You can. It would be with disadvantage
That's
because
fine.
you're looking at Mason who just like
That's fine.
soldiered forward.
Yeah, inside that voice, baby.
I got, I think, that's not my phone.
Surprised not.
I think I got a total of 10. I think I have a plus 2.
It doesn't sound like he's lying.
Okay.
He is agreeing to the contract of murder.
Okay.
Like when you say it that way.
Contract of murder.
This is a standard murder.
I don't think you've specified which
Seen a lot
two,
of those.
to be clear. So that might be important to tell him which two to not kill.
He would-
You just
know my
said
parents
all but 2, and he doesn't know which 2, so he's a.
So I'm
okay.
gonna. I know what your parents look like because of the photo, correct?
Yeah, but also he's been inside my head.
Yeah.
He knows what my parents look
So the 2 that I specify are his parents. What's their names?
like. Cornelius and Anna.
Cornelius and Anala.
One looks exactly like me. One's a woman with red hair.
You know what they look like. You saw Cornelius's head.
Yes.
So those 2 are to be kept alive and out of your mouth.
Okay.
It's like I can find
I'll let you kill him.
Sure.
Deal.
Damn it.
And you see like a little smile come across Mason, just like.
can't wait to watch Mason Willoughby just wreak havoc on this vampire. Mason's jaw just unhinges. Like
Speaking of the Avengers reference of you going straight Hulk and Loki, it's like I imagine Willoughby being like one of those big worm things that floats through the sky. And that were fucking useless, by the way. They just destroyed shit. Anyways.
Yeah, they were really good at falling in.
Yeah, they were just there to show enormity. Like they weren't completely pointless.
So then Grohl said be ready in half an hour, so we're ready to go. So I mean,
let him get
He's
his.
going to Hoku.
So wait for you.
Oh yeah, I'm going for Hoku.
And he's got spare keys.
He
so
does.
just run and grab him and come back.
Yep, he already finished the
got
keys.
keys?
He
Oh,
finished the
okay.
keys last night.
Yeah, no.
Yep, so you go to
That's how I
Hoku.
unlock my
Hoku's got his like
chocolate.
bags packed,
I thought we
and he's like standing out front of his shop, and his shop's like all the
Just
shutters
imagine
are
if we never
closed.
come back.
That was standing there waiting.
Oh my god.
And he's like, and he sees you walking up. He has like the shutters closed on his business. He has like a couple of bags packed, and he's like, "You weren't lying. You weren't lying.
I was not lying. No.
Are you ready? We can go.
Let's go.
You and me, and your friends.
Yes.
Okay. Do you still want this big pot?"
Yeah. Bring the pot.
He's like, "It's heavy. Do you mind help?" Not heavy. And he picks up his bags, throws them over his shoulder, and he just struts along, follows you.
I will proudly saunter up with my pot.
All right, Nicola, take us out.
Everyone gets up. So, everyone on the boat, all of the warrior clan, the Black Fur, Grohl in his regal gold armor, gold fur, silver armor, not silver, but
Is Grohl on our boat, or is
Steel.
he on one of the other boats?
he's on your boat
Okay.
because you're the boat that's going to be leading the charge.
The armada.
And as you all lift off, and Nicolo does this thing where he like hovers into the seat, you guys again that sensation of like hovering. The only way you know you're moving is because you see the trees getting smaller. Like you don't feel the gravity like compressing you as you go up. It's just, and you start whooshing over the trees. And as you cross over the trees, these wolves been working. You see hundreds of, they're not large ships. Think of more like Viking style, like longboats. Not like full on big pirate ships, but just like hundreds of these longboats. Each one carrying between 12 and 15 wolves. And they are already out in the water on the way, going as fast as they can, but not very fast at all. Nicolo is keeping pace, just slightly ahead. Not high in the sky, because now there's no storm. But he looks to all of you and he says, this rate, it's going to take us probably 2 days to get there. Anyway, anyone do any magic to speed this up?
Not to speed up. How many boats are there of them?
We'll say 100 just to keep the math simple. But there's just a fuck ton.
Oh
shit. No.
There's no way. I'm not enjoying it.
I mean, your water. Can you do anything to push it along?
He's only a little bit of pee.
I don't know if that's offensive,
Maybe a pee.
but no, I can't.
So, I'll go to Grohl, and I'll stand next to him. Grohl, do you understand that 2 days of travel will equal, if you say it's 1 to 10, right?
20 days.
20 days.
So it's 20 days
Over half a month to get ready.
they will have in preparation for when we land. Is there anything your red wolves can do to speed your boats up? Or is this just a pain point we'll have to deal with?
I see no solution
Okay, then we'll go with how we go.
other than us going ahead.
I say it's smart for us to get ahead of these, see what changes have been made. And then we can
Because you guys can zip back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
It's only going to take you a matter of a couple hours to get there at this
I
height.
mean, if we get over there and they have walls and fortresses on the edge of the islands immediately, then
We would need
That's
to
gonna
clear
be
it
a
out, yeah.
We should scout. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could take, who's all on our boat? How many people do we have? I know we have Grohl, us.
So there's Grohl, there's 3 black fur, there's 6 gray fur, so that's 10.
Okay.
Plus,
Misubi.
yeah, he's one of those. Plus Hoku, so 11. And then plus the 8 of you,
Okay.
Bless you.
and
Alright.
Nicolo.
Nicolo, can you get us there?
Oh, I thought
On
you would
the double?
never ask. And he's like, hold on to your self. Just blast forward, but again,
We don't feel it.
it's almost like the earth is moving below you. You don't feel any pull. You just, but zoom way out ahead, and in a matter of a few hours, you get to like a visual range of seeing the island. And what you feared was correct. They seem to have, along this beach, created this wall of sorts that seems to go in a perimeter miles across. How close are you trying to get?
Can we? So we're, I guess, close enough to be out of range of ballista and other stuff like that, but close enough to see.
What are you trying to see? Just the walls and fortifications, or are you trying to get to where the actual, like, where you saw those lights
I
coming
would say
from?
we're at a certain height. We could definitely go higher, within like half a mile to a mile, and see down below. We see the edge of the wall. Do we see any other structures that are built behind the wall that maybe weren't previously there? Do we notice?
No, nothing like that. It's mainly just the wall, and the wall's about 15 feet high.
What's the wall made of?
It looks like concrete.
Your class.
It looks
Is
like a version of concrete.
Is there any openings like gates, or is it just solid wall?
Solid wall.
I mean, given my parents' proclivity with science and technology, this would be nothing. This would be child's play for them to do.
The only other thing you see is that castle-like building, and it's probably 30 miles inland from where
Can
you are.
you blow a hole through that wall?
Is there a new tower?
I'm not sure how powerful the wall will be. I can try to use a fireball against it at a higher level, but depending on how thick it is, it might not do much.
How thick is the wall?
Hard to tell. Hard to tell unless you get within range to see it.
Well,
With the scroll. Do you people have any sort of sieging capabilities? Like,
We
so-
can climb.
okay, climbing's good. That'll help.
it doesn't matter how thick the wall is if, and I'll pull out the primal energy gem that's currently inert. If we can turn this thing back on, we can just, we could just erase the whole wall.
Do you know how it works?
I don't. I mean, I've submitted a work order to hopefully remedy that. Because I used to know a lot
The
of these
support ticket's
things.
got to get around to it.
Hasn't quite made it through the IT firewall yet.
Yeah. No, it landed on a desk of someone who's out of office until Mondays.
You got that long Christmas vacation time thing?
The thing is, I don't want to try and turn it on while it's in my hand.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
I
fair
would
enough.
assume the
No.
amount of energy being pumped into that thing was astronomical.
Is the wall being manned? Can we see close
Looked
enough?
like it.
I mean, we could try to go down.
Can we see any semblance of like magic, like flashes or smoke or anything that obviously
yeah.
wouldn't resemble
Detect
that?
magic
but
would be convenient.
Yeah.
I need 30 feet though.
Well, you'd have to be
There-
ready.
yeah.
I know, but you're not based.
If you want to get close enough to cast it, you can. But
We
from
could
what you can
try.
tell, it looks desolate. Like it
I'm not
looks.
sneaky and I don't have
Like nothing's
meta
there.
magic to extend the length of the spell, so.
Nico, how fast can you get down there and back up?
Pretty quick.
I mean, we could just run across, parallel to the wall, and see if anything shoots us.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I imagine something will shoot us.
Well, that's
But
just
then we
not
will know.
positivity coming out.
We can do it on the back side of the wall.
Well, there's that too.
There's less likely to be things pointed the other way.
If we think about it, we have roughly half a day to a day before they show up, so let's figure something out.
Let's go down as quick behind the wall and see what we can see back there, and then
So-
back up.
So the moment you pass over where the wall is,
Uh-huh.
and you guys are watching to try to see, you realize that wall was actually an illusion. It's not there from the other side.
Okay.
Not only was that an illusion, as you look up forward, it is still dark. It's still like a cursed land. But where you had previously seen that castle that was 20, 30 miles away, as you guys swoop in and get closer, it does not look like a castle anymore. It seems like that was also some sort of illusion.
What does it look like?
From this far, it looks like a rectangular, large building.
That doesn't
How
sound
big?
As you,
How big?
if you choose to approach, you guys are still probably like 15 miles. Like it's just far away, and you can see that it's clearly not a castle, and it looks like it's much shorter, and it looks like a rectangular. There's like a large
So there's no wall there whatsoever?
warehouse-looking building. No,
Is there anything there at all?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we definitely should scout as much as possible.
I mean, we could do a very quick drive-by of the house, but I'm just worried about something being anti-magic and
And they've
dropping
seen-
the ship out of the air.
Yeah, they've seen the ship. I'm afraid that they're waiting for an airship to come by and take us down. If we lose this, then the wolves have absolutely no.
How much
Warning.
time did it take for us to get where we were to here?
Few hours.
So it's
Like from where the other ships are.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like 2 hours.
And we've seen nobody this entire time.
Mm-mm.
Should we take ourselves and go forward and let them know the wall is fake, so when they arrive, just come on in?
Yeah.
We need the ship.
I mean, we're gonna have to go to the square building anyways. I don't know what seeing the outside of it's gonna tell us. We have to go there anyways. Might as well do it with a full army.
So we wait.
Can we do a circle around the island and see if there's anything else?
You can. It'll take you maybe an hour or so to kind of just at a speed where you can actually see things.
Yeah.
In comparison to how long does it take them to get here?
It seems like that wall, that illusory wall, was around the entire perimeter of the
Okay.
island.
What if we sent LTV to do a scout?
Well, we might as well send one of the Black Wolves. They're more sneaky.
LTV's like,
Please don't.
That's not my purview.
well,
And do we wish to get within hundreds of feet, maybe, of the central structure? To get an idea of
I
how
would.
big it is?
you can get closer than 15 miles if you want. You can get 5 miles, 4 miles, 2 miles.
Oh, sorry.
You can get closer if you want, but you don't have to. I'm not trying to pressure you guys to do that, but you
My
can.
concern is they have to know we're coming and they've had time. There's no way this is all they've done throughout that time.
Well, Kendra was pretty sure that he could beat us at anything, so arrogance goes a long way in overestimating or underestimating.
Well, I don't want to underestimate them.
Let's try 5 miles out from the main building. I've never heard of any weapon that goes 5 miles.
I mean, I was thinking maybe even half a mile to a mile out, and it gives you a scope of how big it is based on that distance.
I'm good with a mile.
Yeah,
That's fine. A mile is good.
that sounds good to me.
Trying to go circle by.
Get your binoculars out.
Yeah, right.
This tastes like strawberry milk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's dark out, I can't see shit.
No. It's still daytime.
Yeah.
That's likely why you're not seeing any activity.
Oh.
They also don't like daylight.
We're done. We're going to a vampire lair, so.
So you guys look out as you get closer, and with inquisitive eyes, as you squint to try to see as much as you can.
I got guys.
Yeah, any of the elven folks are going to be able to see this the best. But this is not a castle. It's a building that looks foreign to all of you. This construction seems dense. It seems quite plain and boring. It is a large rectangle, but it's huge. It's like a warehouse. This thing is probably hundreds of yards long, and it has this bright emitting light around the top of it. And you notice that there's no windows, there's no way to see inside, except for there's like I don't know if you'll be able to see this from a mile. I might be being generous by telling you this, but there's like a double door that seems to be at the front, but it seems like it's made of like concrete. Like it's a very plain concrete large
Is there
ass
only that one building, or is there more?
It's a
Huh.
There is oddly nothing else around, except for the fake wall that you guys have already
They
figured
might
out.
not even be here anymore.
There's a very good chance they have
underground.
Huh?
Could go underground.
That too? Vampires would need to be away from the sunlight now that we've gotten rid of the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Fight on the ground would cover the sun up.
But it's also bad for them. You could just torch the ground. You could fill it full of smoke. Smoke them out.
Well, the next level of reconnaissance is check on the door.
What's the bright light look like? Is it like colored light? Is it dancing? What's the?
It's
Or is it like a halo?
I was
above
gonna ask if it reminds me of that kind of stuff that was shooting out of the tower.
no,
Okay.
no. Those that do the spells, you can roll a intelligence check or arcana roll to see if you have any idea of what kind of magic this is.
Icky. Because I'm so good at those things.
Nope. It's not the worst, but it's not great.
22.
That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. As long as it's not combat, she rolls great.
I mean, it is true.
When it doesn't.
So, yeah, you can definitely tell after doing like a pretty brief inspection of it. This is clearly the source of the illusion magic around the island. This is what made this place look like a castle. This is what created that cement wall. This is the source of the illusion magic.
Okay, that makes sense. I would know that anyways too.
Are we going to get closer?
Wasn't planning on it. We've been
I mean, I
stacked
can
about
if you
2
want to. We're pretty fast.
I'm asking for a group vote. I'm not making a suggestion either way.
I would say it wouldn't be any harm considering the time of day.
How much longer of daylight do we have here?
Then
Would you
Plenty.
say?
You guys left first thing in the morning. It's probably like maybe around noon right now.
I'm not going to shy away from scouting out for the rest of the group because they may just be coming across an already left area.
just in case, I'm going to cast Aid at 3rd level, and Isadora, Inari, and Feria. Isadora, Feria, and Inari all get 10 more hit points to your maximum and 10 temporary hit points on top of that.
Shit.
The addition to your maximum is temporary.
Girl dinner.
But you get 10 hit points and 10 added to your max.
Oh, yeah.
So 20.
So you get 20 extra hit points basically. Because you 3 have the lowest.
Alright, Niccolo.
Because I have no health.
Niccolo, take us.
Yeah, I lost some.
Take us within 200 feet of the building. But if this is first sign of attack, get out of there.
Okay, and we go. You guys silently cruise closer and closer. Nicolo's on high alert, looking all around to see if there's any sort of signs of attack, and there does not seem to be anything as you get 200 feet out.
Now that we're 200 feet out, what is this building? Is there any ballistas on it? Is there any?
Nothing at all. Complete concrete block except for 2 doors. Now, what's unique about these doors is they seem to be made of metal with like a glass inlay, and they seem to have like an odd lever, like metal contraption at the front. You don't know if that's like a locking mechanism or if that's how you pull it, push it open, but it looks different than doors you've ever seen.
Is it silver?
No.
Just making sure.
I mean, I could send my shadow and just run around it and see if anything happens.
Are you able to stick your shadow through the top of the roof just to poke its head in?
The roof? I don't know. If we're within 1,000 feet, then you can go and then.
How are you gonna get on top of the roof?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, I mean, we're flying. You just drop down, right?
I could.
You'd have to get really close if you guys want to do that.
Callan,
You have to get
lead him
over
off.
the roof of the building.
I can throw it 200 feet.
You can get a little closer.
Hey, you would've tried
He's
to
also
take-
spectral. I don't think you can throw him at all.
Well, I could. If we're above the thing, I could just have him fall.
Right. But that's a different question. You guys want to get
And
over the
he's not
building?
an actual attackable thing, so he's just a shadow, so he doesn't take damage.
Alright, let's go above it. Let's, for sign of attack, we're out.
All right. There, I'll look over the edge, and then you see a shadowy. I'll hold on to the rail, and then you see a shadow version of me step out and go. And fall
So
down.
as your shadow lands,
Like Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Man landing. Well, you are like all red and blue, so.
That's
As he lands and looks around, and you can see through his eyes, right?
Yeah, I can see in here.
So
I'm blinded, definitely.
yeah, you see through his eyes, and you see this light that you guys saw from far away. It's not the same type of intensity from the other. It's not like blinding, but it's just definitely bright. What's odd is the building is completely concrete, like it's hard. It's like a rock to you, and it looks like there's this odd. The best way to describe it to you guys as players is it looks like the bottom of a spaceship. It's like that metal kind of circle that's just like, that's what it looks like. It looks like the bottom of a spaceship, but I don't know how to describe that without using the phrase
back
spaceship.
of the thrusters.
Yeah, like it looks like the thruster shooting up this light is essentially what it looks like.
Okay.
So it's like this really odd looking metal contraption that's like
That's producing
constantly,
magic.
yeah, that's constantly like folding and like kind of slightly moving the metal. You can hear it kind of like, and you're watching it, and there doesn't seem to be an entrance from the top. It looks like it's all concrete, and then this metal beam, like tractor beam looking thing, shooting up into the sky.
There's nobody around.
There's your shadow. There's a bunch of people on a ship above you,
Fine.
but there's nobody around.
Can you
Go
phase
back and
through
forth and
things?
just.
Yeah, he walks all around. Nothing.
No, I can't go through walls with it. I can just see and hear that.
There's not. What is odd is there's no like sound from this this beam. It's not making like an audible like nothing. Like it's
You
just
just hear the
it's just
metal
light.
articulating.
You just hear the metal. Does your shadow have like the same stats as you if you roll like perception or anything?
That's a good question.
I would assume so.
I would assume so. Yes, as well.
Also, why not Caehanna, Callan, and Levi all get the same 10 deer max and 10 bonus HP?
Well, thank you.
Just in case.
Thank you, Sam.
We are getting creepy close.
Come on.
Just in case.
I would never do any.
And I can do it for everybody because I don't have to concentrate on
You guys are
it.
crazy.
You can add 10 to your max for now.
So then, yeah, do 10 right there.
Yeah, I mean it's just the same
And
thing.
then
you would
10,
roll
10.
Right here.
Okay, roll a perception check.
It will reset on long rest.
It's not.
Well, it will reset in 8 hours.
Who wants to let me see through their eyes? My perception would be better passively, but
Beat that
8.
spell slowed out.
You just hear the metal creaking as it adjusts, and it's not creaking like it's old. It's creaking like it's flexating, like it's like bending the metal as it goes.
Okay. I guess I was a little confused. There's no roof on this. It's just a square concrete door, and then there's metal articulating.
I mean, you're standing on top of the roof.
Okay.
That's what you mean. Like you're like it's a big block, and you're on top of it.
But there's
But
no
there's
way.
no
The thing is, I'm not
entrance.
seeing through the roof as well.
No, it's concrete.
But I'm hearing like metal articulating.
You're seeing it, hearing it.
So that contraption is on top,
Yeah, it's
not
like
going
built.
through the roof.
It's like it is going through it. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
built. It seems like it's built into.
Oh, now I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. The roof is almost like this way, and the thing is this.
Yeah.
Like, articulating. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let the shadow dissipate and come back, and I'm like, I have very little information to offer you. There's some sort of the beam trajectory is some sort of metal contraption, but otherwise I didn't see anybody else down there, and I mean it didn't dispel my shadow form. So
Alright, well, the other boats should be arriving correctly now?
no.
Or how much longer till boats arrive?
Like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Because remember, time is real fast here.
Do we want to? I mean, we could try and go to the door. It's still daylight.
I mean, while you guys are here, they won't be here for about 18 days.
Because we're moving 10
The
times
boats,
as fast.
I don't know if there's a way for us to maybe hide out somewhere and watch what happens at night. Just observe it so we can see what they're doing.
That might be a very good option. We only lose one night that way.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
There's no like cover anywhere, right? It's just this building. Okay, so if we were gonna do that, we'd have to.
There used to be a tower, but that shit got fucked.
So there's no.
Disintegrated.
I'm assuming there are no trees or anything because it's all desolate.
I think either we hide out on the ship, but Nicola can't maintain that forever,
Right.
or a few of us go down and try to see what the door's about
Mm-hmm.
and see what that's about, and and let Nicola go rest somewhere for a minute, and then or
I mean, I'm doing okay right now. I probably have.
What if we have him? What if we have you?
Well, thank you.
Leave us to hide and see what might be going on, and we make sure that we have a shell phone for you to come get us, so that they don't see the ship if they do come out at night.
I mean, I don't mind waiting here for you to go try the door, and if it's scary bad, we get out of here.
yeah.
Scary bad.
That way, there's no delay of the rescue.
Okay, well, all right.
And Grohl is like, I think we pay this door a visit.
Take us down, Nicola.
And is everyone going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nicola says, "I'll wait here. Don't be too long. If I hear any screaming, any panic, any scary noises, I'll give 2 minutes to get back to ship, or else ship goes away and wait for you to call me. Okay?
Okay.
Deal."
I'm gonna lean into you.
So, I've never seen this worm creature that y'all have talked about, but you all say he can speak to your minds.
Yes.
Is he able to hear any minds through the doors? Potentially.
That's smart.
That's is it already?
I will think Willoughby. Willoughby,
Yeah.
is there anybody inside that building that you can hear thinking?
No,
He said no, so.
I don't have very far range though. I can't. I don't. I hear a lot right now, but it's not from in there.
I mean, how far away are we from the
Where
door?
is
I
it
figured-
from? Is it from us or is it from
Yes.
somewhere else?
All of you.
I was just making sure it wasn't like under the ground or anything.
Are we doing this right outside the door, or?
I assume so. He
Okay, so even from that distance, you can't hear anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is this door contraption? Because it has a contraption on it.
It's a door.
It's a door.
It is a door. It
The
has
hardest thing in D&D.
it has like a
Literally says open on it.
it has like a metal, like I said, it's like a metal frame with glass, and then it has like this crossbar that seems to be attached to like a lever.
I'm
Do we
going
see
to
the lever?
try and
Mhm.
open it.
How are you gonna do it? Are you trying to pull that crossbar, push it?
Push it.
You said it's attached to a lever, right?
As you push it, you hear a and you watch as the little lock goes and you push it and it unlocks and you walk through.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, she's a teacher. She
No one ever tries to just open the door.
I know.
How do the doors open? Are they like, do they slide open?
You push it open, and as you do, you hear a chime. You hear ding dong.
Oh, no.
I'm instantly putting on my invisibility cloak and turning that shit on.
You hear the ding dong, and then you see like a soft. You see at the ceiling. There's like a design on the ceiling. It seems like a grid. Seems like it's like checkerboard, but they're all the same color. And it seems to go all the way down this hallway. And as you walk forward, you hear that chime, and then these doors that seem to be completely made of
Whoa.
glass.
I don't know if we walked in yet.
I'm just saying, as you
Okay.
open that door,
Okay.
you see this ceiling, and then these doors that are in front of you that are completely made of glass, they go
Whoa.
and then you see lights, like bright, like fluorescent lights go
What did your parents do?
I'm getting residential
All the way-
evil feelings.
all the way into this hallway, and they're kind of like, kind of flickering in and out.
What's in there? Was it just
Why would they
Right now, it's just a
lights
big
here?
open. It's like an open space. It's like you guys can see this like white-ish, kind of dirty, like it doesn't look familiar to you guys, but it's like this kind of like it looks like stone floor, and then along the ground there's like the occasional like cut out that seems to go into like hallways or different doors or different sections of this enormous building. But as of right now, when you look in, that door swooshed open. You heard the chime, and then you saw the lights kind of turn on, and they go for a very long way. Like I said, this building's like 300 yards or so long, and then probably about 200 feet wide. So about 3 football fields, and then like 2/4 of a football field. Very big.
Why would they have lights?
Well, it's not sunlight.
It's not sunlight.
Whatever it is, it's.
Doesn't mean they can't have light.
Can we send Willoughby in?
No.
Why not?
Because we don't know what my parents are yet.
I don't think we can volunteer one of Grohl's men to do something.
I'm sure we wouldn't be volunteering Willoughby to do anything. I'm sure he'd be delighted.
Problem is, if we step forward and these doors closed, are we going to be able to get back out of them?
Yeah.
Or should we wait? And that's 18 days.
I mean, I'll be able to get back out of it. I have Dimension Door.
Let's hope we're not going into a different dimension as we
Don't
speak.
you need to be able to see the target for Dimension Door?
It says that if I
Oh,
can
the
either
location.
see it or I know the location of something, and I can be like 200 feet this direction.
Got it.
So
Yeah, Misty stuff, you're gonna say it.
Yeah.
this is Misty stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot of those that are vision. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I just described.
Once again, we're at the dilemma. Do we either go and investigate, or do we wait for the army to arrive? We got 18 days here.
Well, seeing how this is D&D,
What?
What?
do not
What?
disturb.
Okay, what's the other D?
Do
Disturb.
not disturb.
Do not disturb. Girl says.
I don't get it.
You really do need that.
So there's a set of glass doors that open, right, to like this lower hallway that leads to other hallways
There's
that
like
leads to other
multiple
doors.
down this
So kind of like a hospital is kind of what I'm envisioning, except no
Do it
equipment or
smash
gurneys.
Very much what it looks like.
Yeah.
Do you
To
I
us
wanna
that are
take-
not in the game.
I want to take my hammer and just.
Oh, I can't.
And,
Oh, what am I doing? My shadow.
Yeah!
does anything trigger? Does anything?
You just hear like a ting, 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 ting in his back.
Don't worry, guys. I'll check it out.
I do want to detect magic
Smart.
and just see what pops up.
This whole building just
Fuck.
blaring bright with magic.
I will send
Does anyone have
my
identifiers?
shadow.
I've got. I do have identify.
You can identify the building.
You've got the big one, but
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna fire off a divine sense, which only well, it only shoots out 60 feet, but I'm just at the front of the building. I'm not going in. I just want to see if there's anything I can't. If anything pings that I can't actually see in front of me.
I'll go ahead and turn on primeval awareness as well.
Just a little like.
What does that do?
Sense whether any aberrations, celestial, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile.
Yeah.
That's probably
What lights up?
Undead.
Oh.
Where?
Did it ping where?
It doesn't say where.
It won't
That's
tell
the
you
thing about
where
that spell.
or
It has
how
like a
many.
bit. It has like a shotgun of like info, but it doesn't tell you the location or how many.
So
Do any pop up within 60 feet?
Yes.
Shit. Any of our guys?
What?
Like anyone in our traveling party?
No. I mean the celestial, I guess, or not celestial, the aberration, as in Willoughby, but that's you're used to that.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
trying to say?
No.
I didn't know.
I know I've died twice, okay?
That's
But I'm not undead.
Wasn't what I was getting at.
Does divine sense tell you where?
I'll just do the shadow to the first doorway.
Okay.
Is it open?
Actually, you're gonna be right.
As the shadow creeps.
I know the location
Can you?
of any celestial, fae, fiend, or undead
20 minutes.
within 60 feet of me.
I light up.
Does it say how many?
There's just a big circle.
We're getting there.
Oh, so I can't distinguish how many.
So it doesn't say.
I know the location of any celestial, fey, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. So that's any that's within range. I can tell.
Within 60 feet, you see probably around 150 pings.
But like in the doorway, or is
If
it
you're
more
looking in and you see that there's the door is sort of at the, let's say that's like the big rectangle. The door is at the very side, and this is like the long hallway, and then everything kind of turns right into it. There's 60 feet is not that far in the grand scape of this.
Yes.
But there is, you see a ding, bing, 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 all.
It's pretty much in every door.
Do you see anything?
And as the shadow walks, and you turn, and as soon as you get to that first hallway, the same thing, like. Does the shadow walk down that hallway? It's just, again, it's like another long.
Maybe we should discuss our findings first.
Well, he's the shadow. He can't talk.
Oh, I can't.
He's
Well,
like, you guys are
I
like.
can talk to him though, and he can control the shadow.
Well, actually, I can't talk through me. My shadow's deaf. I'm now deafened and blind.
Ugh.
I can still speak. Technically speaking.
But you just
But
don't
then
know
you
what
can't
they're saying to
communicate because you can't hear.
He
So
can
you
tell
don't.
us what he's seeing now.
I can just.
I know, but like he wouldn't have heard her just say that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
trying to
findings.
say don't send him yet because
Oh no! I already.
Oh,
did
he
that.
already did.
I
Yeah, he
know.
told me that.
Yeah.
we all just do our own thing, and I'm like, oh, hope for the best.
But
Can Andy?
Yeah.
Fifth grade to a god.
Hey, I'm good now.
You're right.
I've been
so
saved.
You're welcome,
Do you-
Just
Fire
another
Cop.
another long hallway.
another long hallway, but now you
But
see
if
all
we
of
have
the.
the chance-
Now you see all of the like cut-ins.
If there's
the
no way
left
out
side.
of this
I
building,
wanted
So
to-
clearly, you're creating like
You
a
can
grid of
help fight.
hallways,
Right.
and they intersect.
I can spawn oil.
I was gonna.
You just want to oil
Hey
spill
guys,
through
hold
all
on.
of it?
Sorry, just
I guess I was just gonna try to like crouch down, even though the lights came on, and just try to peek into one of the doorways that like bisect this hallway.
cool. So you start to walk forward, and the first like cut in that you see is actually a very short hallway, and there's not. It doesn't keep going. It's like another door. This one has a glass slit just along the right side, with again kind of an odd metal contraption built into the front of it that looks like it compresses to push. And when you look inside the door, you see a blonde-haired woman in a chair, like a hospital-looking chair, as we would know. And she's like sitting back, and there's like this metal contraption, like sticking inside of her chest, and she's just laying there as you see fluids being sucked up in to these tubes that are swirling around this metal contraption going up. And as you're looking through, you just see her like kind of tilt her head, and you guys make eye contact, and she just tries to like lift her hand.
Oh no.
I'm gonna immediately kill the shadow. Be like, ha. So
So as I was saying, we could just burn the whole building.
I don't
Yes,
have
but
to
you know
idea,
what
Callan,
you've
because
seen?
this appears to be a blood bank.
Or what?
What?
Vampires, I would assume, need some sort of blood life essence, and just beyond that doorway is somebody who is being farmed like a cow.
Oh, also, within 60 feet about there is 150, 200 undead.
Are you getting a ping in that room he was just in? Just to.
I
make
think it's more of
clear?
where am I not getting a ping over there.
I think what we're dealing with this is on a grander scale than we thought.
You know what sounds really great right about now?
A wolf army?
A wolf army.
I was thinking the exact same
Almost
thing.
like it's designed for an army.
Well, narrow passageways aren't designed for armies, but...
Well, I guess also if we just set fire to the whole building, we might kill his parents.
Checkpoints.
Yes.
And she...
And all of the innocent people that are being farmed right now.
I will say she did see my shadow.
Product
There
of
was a
war.
woman that saw my shadow, so I hope that whatever vampire creatures around aren't going to be alerted to that.
Are any of your pings moving?
Yes,
Well,
that was my question.
let's do it again because it only lasts for 6 seconds.
They're
Oh,
not.
They're not moving.
They're not moving.
So they're all.
Do we
And you
think,
can tell that ping was for sure
wait,
human,
do
right?
we think that
I know
yeah.
what it is. I know if it's an undead, fey, fiend, or celestial.
But do we think that these innocents that they're being siphoned of blood are being pinged?
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to go in farther, I can up to 1,000.
No,
feet.
I think any
That was
disturbing,
creepy.
and we might arouse the vampires. And if they're not in the sunlight,
We
then
can't have horny vampires.
Yeah, I would not like to arouse vampires.
So okay, just so I'm having trouble picturing this. The building is like a square rectangle, right? And the door that we came in is over on the right side of the building,
I'm
correct?
thinking this is a magical.
And so to the left, where the big long hallway is where all the vampires are pinging, according to what we know, correct? And then over to the right, where you went, is a woman is being siphoned of her blood.
No, not that one.
It's all the same spot.
Oh, so it's all to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are at a corner of this building,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is in this. So every like if it's like a graph, like there's the top right quadrant. Like if you're at the center of that graph, everything is in the top right quadrant right now. Everything is like
okay.
either to your right, in front of you, or somewhere
So
in the
there's
middle.
no right.
There's no
there's
left
just
because that's where
left.
the wall is. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Because if we were going to burn them out, but we don't want to kill the innocents, so
Correct.
because that's bad, right?
Well, we also can't
Correct.
take out 150 vampires, especially if
Do you
they're
still
aroused.
not trust me?
I wasn't asking that of you specifically. I was
Oh.
asking that is, do I want to kill 150 vampires and sacrifice a few people, or
We don't know how many people yet, though. It could not. It could
Why don't
be
you
well more than a few.
Save your flame sacrifices for trees.
true? But there's not any trees here, so
Not yet.
I enjoy your optimism, Melicroft, but at hand to the task.
I'm deflecting by using humor.
Well, we can't take on 150.
we can't stay here
We can't.
during night because they'll all come out, I guess, or they'll all drink them dry. Where are they getting humans? No one can travel here.
Yeah.
Was it a human?
Everybody who
Just
travels this side of the continent.
We don't know
never
for
They
sure.
can make it through the storm.
We
They
don't know
never
for sure.
return.
Did
This
his-
is probably them.
It's
They never
probably
return.
they've probably been taken.
Everybody.
During
who-
Were you
their-
able to ping that one person based on what he's telling you?
There was
If it was any of the four that you had mentioned?
You can. His shadow went there. You can try to go there. Try to go to the door and ping it.
I mean,
yes, let's
it's.
do Metal Boy. Not sneaky at all.
Or whoever. He can
I
send
just
one of the
got. I
wolves,
just got a giant chunk of undead.
But they're not.
Was there anything mixed in that bag?
So okay, here's what we'll do. Based off of, just to progress this. So
yeah.
you saw where his shadow went.
Mm-hmm.
He said he just walked a few feet and turned left, and there was a door. You're seeing all of these pings, and we'll say that door was probably like from where you are. We'll say maybe 8 to 10 feet, not far. You're seeing most of these pings like 30 to 40 feet.
Okay.
So giving you the impression that that is not one of the undead you're pinging.
So that is in the fur back. Okay.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. So like normal humanoids don't show up at all,
Okay.
and they're all lighting up down there. So
Or we could
I'm
do.
just using projection.
Grow
Could
kind
you
of
grab
leans
her-
forward. Grow leans forward. Says, "Why are we speaking like cowards?
Because there's.
Because we are.
we see that there's one close. You saw it.
No, that was just a normal person.
Let's get her and interrogate. She'll
That's
give
what I was-
information
Could you grab her and then dimension door to the boat?
and then kill her.
Dude,
Why do we need to kill her?
You might not have to go that far.
Why?
I could be persuaded.
Okay.
Could you grab her and then?
Especially if
Pull
she's
it to the boat.
innocent.
I
Maybe
mean,
she-
What's the point
we
of
don't know
dimension
she's
door?
innocent. We
give
just
her
know
up
she's
to
being
her.
fought.
Because I'm
Very
worried
true.
that the second we take
Our
her,
people were once innocent.
they'll wake up.
I don't know if this isn't what
Okay.
happened to us.
That is fair.
Well, I mean, we
I'll
don't
just
have
go get her.
You gotta
Should
go
we get her?
alone.
Well-
Let's have you not go alone. Maybe we
Does-
can see.
Well, I can.
who else has the
dimension
ability to
door.
cast a message?
What?
I can
Message.
cast
Cast a
message.
The quick one shooting
I
it
can
across the
cast a
room kind of
message.
message. Maybe we go up to the door and ask her, "Hey, is something gonna go off if we pull you out of that thing?"
I think
Could I
that's a
go
given.
with you? Could you dimension door me back with you?
I can only take one.
So
I
grab her.
can go in there, but it seems like a pretty echoey space, and well,
Yeah, just go grab her and point to the boat.
Yeah.
I have no footstep sound, so I could go with her and then maybe Misty step and run.
Yeah, that's fine.
Best of my ability. I have the Crocs of Ill kind. So.
And what glorious Crocs they are.
I'm gonna just make sure. Okay, I'm still gonna put my invisibility on. I'm gonna start walking into that door, or walking into that area.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm
So-
getting invisible. I
I-
will stealthily follow her, but at a 5 to 10 foot range.
Okay.
So I can get there and get to the door, and I open the door.
Yep.
I mean, nothing. I'm assuming nothing happens.
When you open the
right?
door, you hear like a loud metal sound, and you just the door open, and she's looking at you frantically.
She can't see me.
She's invisible.
She sees the door open,
Oh,
and she's
okay.
looking frantically.
I look at a door that opened by
Yeah,
itself.
and she's like, you can see the fear in her eyes, but she can't move because she's strapped like from her elbows
Oh my god.
and her chest, and she's wearing like a cloak. It's a hospital gown, obviously. I'm not gonna try to dance around that. It's like a hospital gown, but there is a needle, like injecting into her, like just below her sternum. Doesn't look like it's going into her heart, but it's definitely getting out all kinds of nutrients.
Can I tell
Gross.
like what species or race she is?
She's human.
Is she emaciated?
What?
Is she like emaciated? No.
Okay.
She's got golden blonde hair, vibrant blue eyes. Just very young, probably in her early 20s, mid 20s.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna. Not that she can see me, but I step in. Nothing triggers yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every step of the way, we're gonna ask questions. And so she's not gonna see me yet, but in a very calm manner,
I'm going to reveal myself. I mean no harm, but stay calm so I can rescue you.
Help me.
okay, and then I will reveal
And she sees you, and she's like,
in my human form.
okay. She's like, please help me.
I must ask, if I start removing these things, will this trigger anything?
I don't know. No one's ever helped.
Do you know where everybody is or what everyone's doing right now?
It's during the day they pump, and they come in at night. The doctors do, and they usually don't come during this time.
Do you know how many there are of you?
So many, hundreds.
What is her hands pinned down with? Is it like
Her hands
ropes?
aren't pinned down; it's her elbows.
Oh, her elbows. Okay.
That's why she was able to like reach up earlier. But
Okay.
she is. I mean, her arms are like strapped outward,
Okay.
so she can't like reach anything. She's just.
So
I mean, is it leather?
straps?
Is it
Oh,
metal?
Yeah, they're like hospital leather straps, like
Okay.
like the leather. Yeah.
Okay, and her feet too.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna start because I'm not fully. Let me do just an insight just to make sure that I
Okay.
trust her.
Good thinking.
Keep an eye
Good thinking, Lincoln.
and holding the door from the outside.
I feel like you talk like such a teacher. Good thinking.
Well,
Good thinking.
it's not gonna be good. So
Good try.
unless it's better than
You trust her?
You get a point on the chart.
Good answer. Gold
D&D.
star.
Answer.
Where you're ready to
I got an
fight
8.
gods and scared of leather straps.
What's that?
8 for
You
insight.
trust her?
I bet I do.
Really just snip the straps.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with. I'm still gonna keep like a cautionary like awareness of where her hands are, how she reacts every step, in case she tries to kick
Should we
me.
remove that first?
We're just hold on one step
Okay.
at a time.
Baby steps,
Mhm.
baby steps.
I'm gonna
No, but if
start.
she's free. She can freak out.
Well, because I'm nervous if I remove the tube,
Mm-hmm.
it might trigger an alarm. That's
Fair.
what.
Or she'll bleed out.
Just
Or she'll
spray
right. So we're gonna
Yeah.
do. We're gonna. Yeah. So I'm gonna unstrap one foot first.
Okay.
She don't kick me or anything.
No.
I'm very cautious.
You never know.
That's good. But
Unstrap
she's
the other
not kicking.
foot. Okay.
She's like kind of like her eyes are kind of like rolling back, like she's closing her eyes, just sort of like, okay, I'm getting out.
Okay. And then just her arms and the tube in the chest. There's nothing else. Okay.
So, I am going to remove your arms and elbows, but you need to stay still while we figure out what to do here with
Just take it out. Please take it out.
patience.
I can heal myself. Just please take it out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna undo one arm, undo the other arm, and then can I try to like determine the smoothest way to remove, like I don't know, a medicine
Like
check
an
or
arcana
something?
check?
Yeah, do a
Like
medicine check.
Yeah, like the idea. Just pull.
Give it a good yank.
Yeah, she can do that.
Give it
Well, she
a
said she was going to heal herself, so.
give it
That is much better.
Maybe magical.
give it a good old tug.
Okay, hold on. Okay, well that's a 15.
Yeah, it looks like it's a very big contraption, but that contraption seems to be more for the like suction
Right.
to extravagate. But the actual needle itself just seems to be a needle
Okay.
just stabbed into her, and it seems like you would be able to
Heal it.
lift it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to.
I don't know if this is going to hurt, but do not scream. Understood.
And I'm gonna strategically try to like pull it out and heal, like this wound.
As soon as you pull it out, she goes,
and heal.
"We have to get out of here. They'll be awake soon."
Mm-hmm. Okay, and
Can you walk?
And she tries, and like her legs are too weak. She's been giving blood for days at a time. She's like, I'll crawl if I have to. Get me out of here.
well then I'm gonna try to, rather than dimension door, because I don't think that, I'm gonna try to like hold her onto me just a little bit
She
as
kind of
like
like,
her support. Yeah.
she's like,
And then
and again,
like
just hospital gown with like
right.
a small little like plastic opening for where the needle went.
Mm-hmm. And then are you there at this
Oh
point?
yeah, like I'm just sitting there crouching. I was just looking in the hallway and holding.
And
the
she
door.
sees you, and she just saw your shadow, and she's like, thank you.
Let's hurry up now.
Yeah.
Misty, step her out of here.
You can't take anybody with you on Missy Step.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I can haul
Dimension
her.
door you can.
Well,
I can-
I'm not gonna waste dimension.
I can
door
easily
yet.
just toss her over my
Okay,
shoulder.
yeah.
She's like waning in and out of consciousness as she's like trying to hold on.
Time to
And
hold you
she's
like
just
a baby.
like she's like kind of like humming like
Yeah. All right.
Take
Yeah.
her. I'm going to see if I can save somebody else if possible.
Okay, good luck.
as soon as so you take her back.
I'm gonna carry her like this and then just get her out
Princess
of the
carry.
door.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I feel anything triggered at this point, or?
Nope.
Little the big down by the thing on her chest.
I healed it. Okay.
And as you bring this girl back over to where Grohl and everyone else is, Grohl's instantly like, she's like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah.
She's like, stop, no.
You can't understand what he's saying, but
You guys hear him saying, what have they done to you? Why were they keeping you safe? Where is everyone else? And like he's getting angry, and she's like, I don't know.
I'll start.
And she's like starting to like, she's trying to like stay awake. She's just like,
Can I cast lesser restoration on her?
yeah. You she's like again like kind of fading. She's like, and she like comes back after being restored. She's like, we have to get out of here. The doctors will be here in the next. And she's like, I don't know what time it is. Is it still daytime?
Yes.
We need to.
Yeah.
We need to leave now.
Let's go.
Wait, we have an Nari in there.
Oh, I thought
Nari
we
stayed
No,
were.
I didn't come out yet.
Oh.
No! She wants to go rescue somebody else.
Okay, I'm
First
sending a
off,
message
cool.
into where I went, saw Nari go. No. Come on. We have got to go.
Beggar.
Nari?
First off, you can speak to me like a
Good girl.
intellectual.
I would have spoke the same to any member of this group. Nari. Come on. We need to go.
Come.
Why? There are lives to save.
There are lives to save, and we have a much better chance of doing that with backup. We have someone to get information from. Let's go!
Fine.
Just walk out.
So, we'll say it hasn't been 2 minutes. The ship is still there. Niccolo sees you all. He says, and you guys assumingly go up.
I want to make sure that door's shut when we go.
Yeah, when you walk back out, I assume you guys were like all just crumbled in that like
Yeah.
and so the sensor that keeps it open was just staying open. And then as soon as you go,
hanging on the opening doors of a Walmart, just looking at
there's that wind. But then when you walk out of it, it closes, and you guys leave, and the doors close behind you, and you hear that like locking sound. You get on top of the boat, and the blonde girl is like, "Thank you."
Niccolo, take us 300 feet away.
You do know they're gonna know we were here, right?
First of all, what is your name?
My name, I don't know if I should tell. She's gonna roll insight on you,
Fair.
because you're a fucking robot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very.
I just look like a big guy in a suit
Yeah,
of
you look like
armor.
a scary guy in a suit of armor.
Big guy in the
I'm a robot wearing a cloak. That's pretty intimidating.
She's like, I've never seen anything like you. Never seen anything like. And she's looking at all the wolfbane. She's like,
You know, I'm probably a lot right now. I'm gonna back up.
My name is Callan. The one who saved you is our friend Inari.
and she's looking at this giant man.
I'll get down, I'll crouch, I guess.
And she
I'm
like,
assuming she's sitting on the floor.
yeah, she's standing. She was
Okay.
restored, so she's not all like woozy. And then she's like realizing she's like kind of exposed, so she's like holding the cover. And
I'll
she's,
give her a blanket from
and she-
somewhere.
so now she just looks like the classic like I was in a traumatic thing.
event.
Yeah, so she's
Sitting
clear.
on the back of an ambulance.
Some tea.
Get the marathon runners aluminum foil.
Yeah.
And then and then like she shakes your hand. She says, "My name is Vincora."
I fucking knew it.
What was your name? Sorry?
Call me Cora.
Cora. Okay. My name is Callan. The one who saved you is Inari. Also, our friend Corn Cob.
It's Cornelius.
Okay, a little jest. Okay, I love jokes.
You were being.
I was being farmed.
Yeah.
Describe who are the doctors you were referring to.
They looked like everyone else, except they weren't bloodthirsty lunatics. They were
Were they these
intelligent.
people?
What's that?
Were they these people?
Oh, a picture. I thought you were pointing.
Were they
I'm holding Inari by the scruff and just.
First off, I look human right now.
So you're pointing at like, Bart and all of them, right?
Mhm.
And she's like,
Did you ever see anybody of these?
no, luckily I just got here. I've only seen two doctors. I've been here a couple of days.
Where did they take you from?
From my home, my castle.
Where?
My castle.
Where's that?
You're not familiar with the Stormlords?
No, we're from.
Not this
Have you
universe.
heard of the grand family of the Shazarans?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely not.
No, I'm not. I'm not from
Um, Politely, no. I'm not familiar with them.
Have you heard of what is our country called? Eudora.
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 You don't know your own country.
No.
I'm not familiar. I'm from Alteria.
Does anyone know where that is?
In Morrogast.
No.
We would know that.
Do
We
we
know
know
Marogast? I would.
History would know. Yeah. I mean, Morrogast is still a place that
My
I
exists.
feel like we would all turn to you.
Yeah.
My family came from Marogast.
Yeah.
And
Morrogast is
settled
still a
in-
place people can go. Like
Yeah.
that's a known place. It's
Yeah.
south of where you
Okay.
are.
Yeah.
It's just a southern continent.
Pretty sure I've been taught
Below
that.
Eudora.
Yeah, it probably was, but no.
But
We're
Do
from
you
the
know-
country of Eudora.
Do you know how they got you here? Did they transport you via boat or?
No. They showed up. I was sleeping, and they just were in my room. They just showed up, wearing these really odd-looking suits that look like they could survive like underwater or something, and then they grabbed me and they opened up this circle that I've only seen done by one of the more like powerful like magician people I'd ever seen. But he's gone now. But I've only seen that done like once, and it's like really, really strong magic, and we just walked through it, and nothing. That building is never seen anything like it.
Did they explain to you why they came and took you specifically?
I assume for my blood.
Well, right, but I don't understand why they would like go to a different continent for your blood. Like, is your blood special in some way, or?
I don't know if I'm on a different continent.
You're on a different continent.
Yes, you are on a different continent. I mentioned before Marogast is below where we are now.
It doesn't feel like it.
I thought Margos was over here.
Marogast
It's like
is below
south.
us.
It's
Yeah.
south of Daldron.
Have
Sorry,
you-
this is a lot.
Have you met any of the people that were in your same position? Were you allowed to see anybody
No.
else being farmed?
I showed up. They washed me down, hosed me down, and threw me into this. She's like looking at the gown. She's like, threw me in this, sat me in a chair, gave me a feeding tube, and then stuck that needle in me. And that's been my life for the last 3 days.
Do you?
You've only been here 3 days?
I think so. It's hard to tell time.
So
when
they
you're in
only
it.
took you, what?
8 hours ago.
Yeah, 8 hours ago. You've only been missing
Sorry,
a
that's
day.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Time works differently
Here.
here.
Well, obviously, look at that place. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No.
So the two doctors that were doing you were not these two people?
That were doing me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Not that I don't think so.
Do you need to rest? Do you need a room or a bed to sleep in? Food?
Are you guys gonna take my blood and drink it and become powerful or something?
No.
That's another thing.
And I'm happy to sleep next to any of you.
Great.
Behave.
And you see her kind of look over to the side, and she's like looking at the ground. She's like, but I'll sleep. I could definitely use some sleep. But we should be
There's
far
like
away
two
from here
cabins.
to do that.
Yeah.
There's like 12 cabins.
Here, let me take you to your room. You can get settled and
Okay.
whatever you need.
Yeah. And as you're like walking down, she's like, oh, you're really pretty. I like your hair, and like just being friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there possibly a insight check to see if she seemed trustful through all that?
You can absolutely do an insight check now that she's not loopy.
You're gonna roll core level deception
I hate it.
with a plus
The
15
second he was
deception.
like, oh, she's like, you know, early 20s, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I was like, fucking know it's
It's been like 800 years. She's still 25.
I love all these like
It's
interwoven.
been
I know.
2,500 years.
2,500 years. You know, bitch don't age.
There's a natural 20, but I
I
haven't
mean,
managed
she
to
got
find
the
She's
farrier
being-
stuff. She can.
Very forthcoming.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You did. I will say with a natural 20, you did notice her look down at like nothing, and definitely acknowledge nothing, and kind of shake her head at it.
Yeah. Wouldn't have questioned that.
Oh yeah.
Like, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a problem. We know what that is. But our characters would not.
But Cornelius did see that with a natural 20. He has to see that.
Okay.
Weird.
So,
You probably think she's just still a little loopy.
so it's been 20
I'm
minutes.
thinking about that offer she said about
basically.
sleeping
Yeah.
with her.
So, I mean, we can. Us waiting here for 18 days is.
That
rough.
doesn't make any sense.
I could be a father figure in one.
We should get.
Just as
we should
Nari
get
said
really.
to Callan, you need to behave yourself.
We should get really far away. Or no, we're
That's right, I'm not there.
We're
I'm
I mean, if we
not
go back and direct the ships coming here, it'll be 2 days.
Okay, good. So you guys saved the little girl. Did you
She's
kill
an
all the
adult.
vampires?
To be fair, we didn't actually get too much in the way of information from her.
I don't think any of them are going to know anything.
I don't think any of them
I mean,
will
they're
either.
clearly
Other
just livestock.
150 potential enemies.
Yeah, we need the army.
We
So
that's-
can
that's a
ask
given.
at least their routine. Maybe have an idea.
Like,
How often
yes.
she sees
Oh,
the
not
doctors?
there.
Well, she said she saw them every day for the last.
But they didn't come out during daylight.
We come
Right.
out at night.
So if we can get all the wolves here, save the people without them waking up, hopefully. Then we can burn out when your parents are still there.
Yeah.
I do enjoy watching you burn things down to the ground.
No, I'm trying to find a way that we're not sacrificing a crap ton of
Well, all I
wolves.
know is within 3 hours of the other world, other time, they're going to discover that she's missing.
Yeah.
Now, whether that be like, oh, maybe we messed up and she was able to get out somehow, which is highly unlikely, because none of her straps are going to be torn off. She didn't force her way out. And I did close the door. Maybe they'll just walk by and not think about it.
Either way, we have to wait for the wolves. We can't take on 150.
Absolutely.
So I think we go back and we make sure the wolves are on the right path, and then they know the wall is also an illusion. That way we can just stampede as quick as possible through. And potentially also salvage a boat and use the wood for whatever means necessary if we needed something else.
Steaks?
Stakes, fire, torches.
I don't think it's proper time to be eating.
Well, there's no meat on the ship.
Wait, what?
It was.
So I think we go back
Okay.
and help them find their way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
I
still on the
think
ship.
that just makes more sense.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys haul ass back. In that time, do you want to say anything to Vincora while you're kind of bunked with her? Because she's not going to be able to sleep immediately.
I would want maybe some information of just everything that she did see, like hallways she was taken down, so we can get kind of a mapping of where things are based on very limited information.
Okay.
What she does at night.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just to kind of info dump everything that she does know without having to roll insight checks. Like this is all things she does know. She was brought from underground.
Okay.
It seems like this is just like the cap at the top of a series of dungeons that go underneath, like caves.
Evil.
And the nights are terrifying because you just hear the she was like she'll cry while talking about hearing the feeding and of the entire building being alive with just ferociousness and snarling and hearing the screams of people. And she knew she was going to be there soon because they only take blood for a few days, from what she could tell, before they're thrown to the feeding. So you got to her in time. She doesn't know anything about the time dilation.
Okay.
No idea about any of
Not
that.
yet.
Can she describe the doctors if they match his parents' descriptions
They do
at
not.
all? Okay.
They are, from what I said earlier, like they are the spawn. The doctors are like more sophisticated,
Okay.
intelligible, can speak. The sounds of all the like crazy shit you were hearing seem to be more like the younglings. So the doctors seem to be more of the like more powerful, more controlled over their feral instincts.
Right. Well, I just didn't know if the doctors that hooked her up and all that might have been his
you're saying for a
parents.
description.
Yeah,
No.
or if they can at least describe what they look like.
No, the one like she describes one as being like kind of like a medium height bald man, and then the other man that was sort of in the room with him was not necessarily a doctor, but seemed to be more like a guard of sorts. Who was just sort of like pretty scruffy looking, kind of like that typical like Russian bad guy who just kind of stands in the background of like a scene in a movie, who never actually says anything, just kind of looks tough, like has tattoos and stuff. He doesn't have tattoos.
He's like in a
but just-
tracksuit.
Yeah, no. He's wearing like he's got the like, you know how vampires be. They got like the nice like black suit on, like.
Did she hear any like chatter from like the vampires, like the doctors or whatever, like repeated names that stuck out to her or anything like that?
Information.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see gossip or intel?
It was very transactional.
Yeah.
I'm just so interested to know why her. Like, why go to a different continent?
Like, go into a castle and take somebody who's clearly going to be missing. Like, they will be missed.
Right. It's like
It's
if
not like-
you just need blood, there's plenty of it around you. You know what I mean? Like on
Bless you.
continents that are very like a lot closer to you. So I'm just
Right.
very interested as to like why.
Closer proximity.
As a quick skimming over, but she said suits that may look like they'd be underwater. Are we looking at like diver suit, like submariner style?
That's just how she described it.
Okay, this describes it.
It seemed like it was something she'd never seen, but everything in this building was something she's never seen.
They all have like Nicolos wrapped around them. Make it look like they're underwater.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
That's where my head goes.
No, I'm seeing like
So,
divers.
is there anything else you guys want to do on the travel to back
I was
back to
thinking
the
like-
Tobacco. I
boats?
want to travel tobacco.
I was thinking like, you know, like cautionary, like
Hazmat.
hazmat suit.
That's what I was thinking too,
that's
as a
easier.
hazmat suit.
Not that we know that.
Well, the best
Right,
time to
right.
attack is going to be during the daytime, when
Yep.
they're less active. It's still 150 of them.
Isadora, maybe you can help her.
It's 150 within 60 feet.
Maybe
On
she
that
can
level.
describe it to you in a
No, I knew that's a dead
150. So
We don't know
That
how
way we
far.
know what we're
Yeah.
looking at.
I could do this.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask her to describe the underwater suits. I'm gonna try and draw it.
And you realize you don't know how to draw anymore.
No, I'm still me.
Did it change your hand?
Yeah, she does her best to recall. She's like, yeah, it looked like it was made of some sort of like really tough material, but it was still flexible. And their face was hidden behind glass, but there was some sort of light inside behind the glass that so I could see their face. And then you couldn't really see any of their skin. They had gloves and they had boots, and it was all one thing. There were like lights, and I'd never seen anything like it. They one of them pressed something on his wrist, and that's where the circle came from, and it was a lot.
Were there any particular colors that stood out? Like what color was this suit?
It was like a dark gray, really ugly. To be honest, terrible color choice.
Would this?
Shoot, critique that.
Oh, that looks really good.
Well, I don't mean
If you
that.
want to do an
does it-
inside check to see if she's honest, go for it. But
I don't
I
care
think
if it
yeah.
looks good. I want to know how accurate it is or what needs to be changed.
as far as I remember, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Inside check.
I mean, she's not lying.
Okay, great. She says that this is what it looks like.
Okay.
Close enough, anyway.
Kind of looks like Millicroft.
I kind of imagine a hazmat suit.
Yeah, that's
based
what
on
I'm
how she
picturing.
described it too. But just a gray one.
That or a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like astronaut level.
Mm-hmm.
Or something comes
Why would they need
Or like
an
a
astronaut level
suburb,
suit
like I don't
to
know.
get to a different dimension?
Like American
Like
Just
an
making
old
it, like,
tiny.
what are they
diamond
worried
suit.
Yeah,
about
that's
being
right.
exposed to?
I was thinking like a
Because of how they
scuba.
travel.
Yeah.
We might find out.
This is when you need silence.
Well,
We need a Silex.
time stones could make you sick. Maybe it's protecting.
Maybe they're using time stones to travel.
It could very well be that
Is
my
that what
parents
they're
find a
used
way to give him a suit.
I mean, we saw what they did to the crystal. I'm sure
What
that
does
they've
that
come up
mean?
with a lot of unique ways to use different things.
Maybe trying to be philosophical. What is time?
What is time
Travel.
but travel?
It's linear.
So yeah, we'll just go back with the ships and
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys get back. The ships have actually made a lot more headway than you were expecting, and it seems like they're probably about 6 hours from reaching the shores.
No doubt.
The
I'll have-
Silas here to teach them about motors.
Or we'll say 8 hours so people can do a long rest.
so we'll have
Thank you.
If not, you guys would beg about it and cry about it.
have Grohl somehow tell his people that the wall is not real to just
Yeah. He
barrel through
communicated all of that.
Okay.
However he can.
That's all. I don't even know how he's gonna do it, but
I assume Nicolo gave like a shell phone or something for one of his commanders down there, so he's able to like, communicate.
And then we'll ride with him until we get back.
Cool. Cool. You guys get to the shores. You all get a long rest out of it. And Isadora, when you wake up, you see Cora sitting at the edge of the bed, cross-legged. Like it looks like she's like going like. Okay, one more.
Good morning.
Oh, go away. Oh, good morning.
What are you doing?
I was practicing shaking hands. I haven't done it in a couple days, and I feel like I'm gonna need to shake a lot of hands.
Oh, okay.
It's sad how well he can do that.
Holy
She
shit.
was a great character. You're
I
welcome.
could help you practice.
I'm
if you
concerned
need.
for when she
Okay.
builds up to tip-top shape what the fuck she's gonna do on this ship to all
Yeah.
of us. The amount of fucking
Okay.
I don't know what level she's at, but I'm sure.
Do you know
she
any
can get
songs I like to
scary.
shake hands and sing? What's your favorite song? Oh, that was a good one. Let's do it again. Ready? Like quick draw. 1, 2. What's your favorite song?
What is my favorite song?
Yeah, come on, chaotic.
No.
With the other chaotic.
No, I'll just say the last shanty
Okay.
because it's the only one I know.
Oh, yeah. And she's like hearing you sing it. She's like, okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's like very, it seems a lot about like being a pirate, and I've known my fair share of pirates. Okay,
I
cool.
feel connected with him in some way now. I'm not sure.
Oh God.
Me too. Cool. Yeah, I like that song. What are we doing today?
I think that
Now that
we're
we've
going...
escaped and we were able to get away from that place, what are we?
we are going back.
Terrible day.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I understand your
And I've been
hesitation.
stripped from my bed in the middle of the
You
night.
you don't have to come with us. You can stay on the ship.
I feel like we want her to come with us.
I mean, we
don't
cannot force her. She just came from a traumatic experience. We
Yeah,
would
that's
love to have you join us,
Yeah, that
but
was
we
maybe.
understand if you do not want to. You are more than welcome to stay on the ship. But we are going back so that we can destroy them all.
I like the thing she says. You can stay on the ship, and then Callan's like, "Nope, everybody off the ship. Time to go."
Nicolo and LTV make great company,
In Hoku.
and Hoku.
I look forward to learning so much about them while I'm not joining you back in that place where
Fair.
they literally have my blood, and it freaks me out thinking of what they're gonna do with it.
Completely understandable.
Like,
but
are they gonna be able to smell me better now? Because I don't know how it works. Am I a bigger target?
I don't know.
Can you smell my blood? Does it smell different?
I don't think I can smell blood.
Roll call, everybody on board.
First
she's
of
like-
all, you are beneath me. Do not call for me.
And she's like,
I'm cleric.
as she hears that, and she's
Son of
like,
a king.
she's like, okay,
I don't really know
she's
about
like,
that.
okay, cool, and we'll be here. All of us will be here when you get back. And she's like gesturing to people that aren't there.
You
All of
brought
us will be-
friends?
Oh, just the kids.
Okay.
I'm ferrying them to their final resting place. It's kind of my thing.
That makes sense. See you later.
Isora was like, nope, bye.
We're not gonna touch that.
Not touching
see you
that.
all later.
Okay. And as you guys breach the shores of Normandy, so as you guys arrive at the shores, the wall is still there. You guys know it's an illusion, but it's still there. I will say 8 hours from when you guys left, it is definitely now nighttime.
Okay.
Is this when you want to
No.
push, or do you want to
No.
wait here, build camp here, whatever?
What do we do? Go wait 12 minutes and come back?
Hey, let's do that.
I mean, it's not wrong. Hey guys, roll back about an hour.
Sail out.
and roll back out.
They're all like exhausted from rowing for like 12
Back
hours
out.
straight, and they're like, okay, so you guys do a rollback, I guess. We'll say we fast forward until it's daytime because obviously
Yes.
that's what the plan is. And then you guys
Fast
We're
travel.
back for a bit.
you re-attack,
Right
and you're
on.
back on the boat or back on the shore, and we'll
Say it's 8 a.m.
bright and early where the sun is finally peeking over, and you guys watch as about 1,200 wolves
Oh.
stand alongside you, behind you, as Grohl just kind of reaches his claw up. He's like, "Today, we kill them all." Oh! And all of them in unison are like, "Oh!"
I'm gonna pull my little helm out.
And then it's a loud ass "Oh!" And
They're all
They all
emasculated that you did louder.
they all turn and start marching, and you guys hear all the sand underneath their paws just crunching. And that's what we'll end.
Hell yeah.
I kind of want to rip the roof off this building.
We got a wolf army.
And now we wait another month till we play.
Yeah, we got spoiled by the back-to-back weeks, but New Year's.
We
What a
needed-
great
we needed
session.
this.